place for that 7th here for Furia. Testing that B site, hoping you'd get that same misplay out of Fallen, but they had Molodoi waiting, ready to receive, and Jugs, believe it or not, is in Palace once more. Nice tap onto the head of Molodoi. He's just so disconnected.
You give him a bit more HP, you might say there's a chance, but Caserado says no, and they'll take that. I think what is more impressive right now is they still get 5 rounds. They only got 2 opening kills that entire half. So this is where Demon's multis within the mid-round completely changed the story of a couple in the patch. Then you get the pistol with the conversions, and that's how you get yourself 5 rounds in total.
You win the second pistol as well. Like, you can completely, recover. Still a very competitive scoreline.
Yeah, you're back in it. To quickly discuss the CT setup and what to expect coming out of this Foot roster. We'll have Jugs defending over towards A. Demon anchoring B. Then the core of Lonks, Krabeni, and Cemetery dealing with middle, short, connector. Jugs had a little moment right there where he put his aim on display. Going to need a whole lot more of that now on the CT side, right? Demon had his moments. That's impact for the rounds that they were able to grab that little streak in the middle of 2.
Yeah, I mean, he nearly has 2,000 damage, 1,900 damage in a half, 18 frags. Pretty solid as far as a half of Counter-Strike is concerned. Can he keep it up, though? So often, let's all just remember 18.
But this is the thing, he's the B anchor. So he's out of the play,
the answer's no.
right? It has to be from your Krabeni, your Cemetery, and your Lonks trio over towards middle.
Okay,
right? Your
valid.
anchors, unless we see a lot of executes out of Furia, something else to keep in mind too is if it is site hits, most of the time it's going to be A splits or A plays, and Demon's going to have to be retaking that site. It's never an enviable task as behind. Ooh, okay, there's an opening kill.
Okay, Cemetery started off, opens their account early in this pistol round.
Want a B split.
Oh, enough of an opportunity to spam a Fallen. Is well connected by Krabeni. There's Demon getting his first opportunity on this CT side, and he does have the support of Lonks. Tap again. Cemetery's had a great pistol round. Double from him, and just the bomb on the back of Molodoi in no man's land mid. That's the cleanest it could be. So both pistols going Foot's way on their map pick.
Yeah, just going through, checking out the armor, seeing if anyone's going to get that cheap upgrade in the head armor. Look like most of them took a little bit of damage there. So it's unfortunate, but still rifle heavy. So how quick can this be all tied up? Will it be Furia in with the force? At the moment, no investment coming through. Just popping a hole in that smoke, and that's how the first 2 kills come in. So beautiful work. Cemetery hitting a couple of tidy ones, and I said it had to be Cemetery, Krabeni, and the likes of Lonks, and all 3 of them had a kill right there in the pistol round. So let's see if they can get going. Furia have just brought in this Deagle in the hands of Molodoi, so likely to just juggle that one around and set him up for opportunities to find a pick or 2. See how much damage you can get away with, and on the other foot, I'm going to be holding on to these guns, not letting that bomb go down, really limit Furia. It's wild to think we're only in the 3rd tournament of 2026, and these 2 teams have already played 3 times, this being the 3rd.
Yeah, we'll find out if we can have a little bit of a rivalry throughout the year if they keep attending the same events.
Yeah, a lot of this, look, in Swiss it's a little bit different based on who wins and loses games, but when you get seeding in certain groups, it's going to be based off of VRS invites. And once you have a patch of tournaments that are together, they may have used the same VRS invite date. So your seeding's essentially the same.
That is one hell of an angle. Man's got the tractor out for that one. Ooh, not the most ideal of sprays, and not a single problem. Another 3K from Demon. I'm counting it. There we go. Little eco bash. Don't come back, he says.
All right, guns come in now. Molodoi, because he bought that Deagle, will have to go with the Galil. So going to be a little bit limited right now, but it's not unusual scenes for Furia in 2026 to be in hot water in this map. We keep talking about their Mirage. They've turned a weakness into a strength, or at least they're getting wins on it. So many reps, you're having to go there, do the rod views over those losses, and even in close games, you're just getting past. Had to go through the motions yesterday against Bait. Yanko felt they were in full control.
Didn't think I could like Yakinda more, but he's on that left-handed view model. Proper hipster.
They're selling B somewhat with this setup right now. A bit more focused towards middle and A.
Oh, we've seen this strat before, right? Where they leave him with 2 smokes and he does window con late after they get back to their positions. Or I say late, it looks like he's already... Never mind, he's going to have company this time. Ooh, okay. Bit of a change up. They stick around. It's very mid-centric.
Yeah, good restraint here from the CTs with the util. They've just blocked Con now simultaneously with those nades. Fury have to break and go.
Beautiful smoke break from K-Serato. Gets him through Con. Smoke break back from Cemetery. Need this one, Jugs. You've got to hold on to your Palace fight. Drops on down. The spray just about gets it done. He's getting run out. Blocks him in the smoke. Oh my goodness. The USP fight fallen. Longseed's in front of him. Molotov. Oh! Slashes him up. Oh dear. Oh, you don't see that one every day.
Got to get the bomb. 20 seconds left.
Okay, they make their move. Going to be Yuri to pick it up.
He needs to reload. 4 bullets in this.
Yeah, that's insufficient.
And it is Demon.
Holding on out. He still hasn't gone for the reload. Hoping to punish K-Serato's push. Ready for him. That's going to get a smile on Furia's face. Moloduy's 3K, one of which was with a reactive knife kill.
Yeah, came his way. He wasn't searching that out at all. Thank you very much, Lonks. Come into the den. I'll oblige. To the Galil, doesn't matter if this kid's got the AK or not.
Go on, then.
Oh, a slash and grab from Molodoy.
Outrageous. Absolutely outrageous.
Well, the guns come out and so do the rounds. So first posted Furia on the T side. But it was absolutely spotless for Foot in the first few. So they're sitting pretty with another buy. That was a bit of a bonus. Cemetery with the AWP. Rifles across the board, but Lido and Util seem to be prioritizing firepower over the nades. Well,
Yeah,
being highlighted here with a good spawn towards middle, right? So does he want to use this aggressively? You aren't going to be able to Molotov the island box towards top mid. He's got a HE as well for a clear on a window smoke, so might just see him stick and look for a pick. That's the standard opening. Window and top cat.
So you're going to kind of give mid here, right? That's the first the CT smoke's thrown.
Well, again, they're putting a lot of faith in Demon. Understandably, with the game he's having, it's him essentially solo towards B again, just on this jump spot. They investigate close A ramp, so this will help identify, okay, Yuri probably through Palace this time, or at least it's not direct from Furia into an A execute. Right now they are playing for an A split, essentially, as Cemetery does now rotate away from the pack. He'll be joining Demon on B.
Is he asking
Get
for a
boosted,
boost?
it looks like it. So taking this late.
It might just be, just be in time. Top con pressure. They have consistently kept this
Bomb
connector
going back to
smoked.
B.
Fallen had vision though, and so slips through. They're going into this orb. Ooh, Kobeni gets a freebie. This shot, Cemetery a bit too tight on the line. Trying to accelerate. There's the Demon covering fire, finds the headshot necessary, puts Yakinda down. The bomb is spewed out of his corpse.
This will be a save, boys. Back off, hold on to these AKs. It's too late. There's no way you're getting in here. You're so disconnected. Yuri stood towards A. Molotov wasn't even part of the play, and they were hoping for some misdirection of their own. They're furious, so we'll tie things up again.
Fair play. What, with 5 smokes and a HE, you've had a flawless CT round?
They didn't really pressure you too much across the map, though, did they,
No.
right? They weren't really searching out A. They weren't putting much pressure on B until that late little flurry. They were, I guess, expecting some form of aggression, but didn't get what they were looking for.
Coach Coolio. Good names, Foot. Feel like player names again even a bit crazy, but we're keeping it old school here. And Kobeni is probably my favorite.
Okay.
I think it just sounds like it could be like one of the original Pokemon.
Or Ninja Turtles.
Kobeni, he says as he like pops out of a bubble or something.
You at least make him scary.
Sorry, Kobeni.
There you go. That's his evolution.
Yeah. Water type.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, it does make sense. You'd assume it, like grumpy personality.
Grumpy crab.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he's got like 4 arms. 4 of the pincers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, he's essentially got 4 arms now, right? The in-game leader.
Yeah, sure.
And his boy's taking some swings.
And they all get nades. Everyone gets everything.
Yeah, well, to win a flawless round like that.
Congrats. Fallen stomaching just the Tech 9 for this one, but it does look like we are going to see more of a test towards A this time. Yuri's got a friend. Yankees come with him. Oh, and Mr. Grabeni. Swing in. Ooh! Instant catch onto Yuri, but you're not ready for number 2.
They're not.
You're not ready for number 2.
Yukinda could
Work
fire.
out for you, yeah. Oh, nearly lost out.
A little bit ugly.
Still, though, I mean, that's going to work out for you. You'll be feeling pretty good about that.
Put you a bit of high alert right there. Is there a ramp pressure where they're just setting up for an A execute?
Yeah,
Even
why was
starting
there
to shift
a second man in Palace?
into short?
What is that telling you?
And they're backing off completely. So they have to finish the round now with 4 flashes, the HE, and a Molotov. This will be tough.
Woo! Out the window, Lord.
Staying active.
It's a nasty duel, AKVM4. Not something he has to commit to and elects not to.
The AWP over towards B, and he's just smoked it. So he's going to brave through this. Might not have a choice. 55 seconds. It's all going to be about the entry.
Yeah, it's a good flash to deny this angle from Cemetery. Ballsy to stick around, hoping to catch him at the drop down. Does remove Molodoy. Fallen Tech 9. Ooh, too easy for him.
That's the bomb.
Quick on the follow-up. Yukinda's hunting him. He just wants to play for one more. A quick tap from K Serato keeps it interesting. It's a 2-on-2. K Serato gets info, gets away with it. Bomb will be planted. Just needs to delay, and that's what that HG's going to do.
It's so low.
Yeah, but the bench position, Yukinda needs to tap ahead. Can he do it? Lonks has removed his company. Now a 1-on-1. Low HP. Yukinda to clutch. Lonks does manage to find that sweet spot to close the gap. Reposition solid. Solid as a rock from Yukinda. Clutches for Furia and brings that AWP through.
Yeah, just in the blind spot. But big round for Yukinda, right? That trade kill that came through in Palace when they thought it was clear because they took down Yuri. That's his responsibility to deal with the A pushes. So they assume, and well, we know what happens when you make assumptions. At Costfoot, kill back. Cemetery there, he does make up for it, but that smoke that he throws, it actually gives them a bit of a runway. Right, if he just kept the AWP on the line, but because it was quiet elsewhere, they saw a player underpass, he's thinking, I have to block the apps. Still gets his double, but not enough. Famous heavy buy and an underpass push coming the way of K Serato.
Yeah, is he going to be ready for 2 of them here? Longs and Cemetery trading out. Okay, we're seeing a bit of a pattern emerge.
They're just so jarring, right? They're
gap,
always
though.
doing something, always in your face, making a move.
Palace. Ooh, lovely headshot burst. Yukinda's going to get caught by Jugs, just spams him down, finishes the job. Hyper aggressive, just ready.
It's the way that they're connecting, right? Obviously, they're setting the tone with the aggressive moves, but then they stay in transition throughout, looking for these fights. So a 2v4, and they can get the bomb down on A. They don't know it yet.
Yeah.
Try that one again.
Does delay a little. Hard to see Molodoy and Fallen turning this 2 versus 4 on his head. A quick reaction shot from Fallen, punishes the spray. Molodoy's position noted and a smoke head in his direction.
Yeah, might just give this one over, Molodoy.
He accepts his fate.
Yeah, you saw there a bit of a grimace on his face. Understand there is no way he can make the play through that. Cemetery with a bit of idle cover there, but coming off at the pass is Demon, and ready for that. So Molodoy cops the dink, but gets the kill.
So what's that? Just like 4 rounds on the run without any consecutive for either.
With a bit of idle cover there, but coming off the pass, Demon, and ready for that. In. Molodoy cops the dink, but gets the kill. Both teams lost bonus towards the bottom of the barrel.
Just like 4 rounds on
Footloose is going to get 1,400.
without
Furia
any
Loose is going to get 1,900,
consecutive
and that probably spells an eco. This one with a bit of idle cover there, but coming off the pass, this is essentially worth it. An important round right now with the situation. We've got 3 Tech 9s and AK towards the barrel. Saved all for Molodoy.
4 rounds on the
Footloose is going to get
run.
1,400.
Without
Furia
any
Loose is going to get
consecutive
1,900,
out
and that probably spells an
Very
eco.
upset about that.
This one
Forward to it.
coming late there, but coming off the pass, this is essentially worth it. An important round right now with the situation. We've got 3 Tech 9s and AK towards the barrel. Saved all for Molodoy.
9 rounds on the
Footloose is going to get
run.
1,400.
Without
Furia
any
Loose is going to get
consecutive out
1,900,
there.
and that probably spells an
Very
eco.
upset about that.
This one
forward to it.
come in late there, but essentially progressive built in. All-round roll with the best guess right now. You're going to retake 9 going for 50 now. Saved all for Molodoi.
9 round 9, like one of those runs. Get the down out there.
That probably spells me
About that.
this one pushed under pass in late. Essentially progressive standard round roll with the best guess right now. You're going to retake 9 going for 50 now. Saved all for Molodoi.
9 round 9, like one of those runs. Get the down out there.
That probably spells me
About that. With the A side.
one pushed under pass in late. Essentially progressive standard round roll with the best guess right now. You're going to retake 9 going for 50 now. Saved join Molodoi.
9 round 9, like one of those runs. Get the down out there.
That probably spells me
About that. With the A side.
one pushed under pass in late.
Nine round 9, like the flash pick line drop play.
Constantly in motion, our foot.
Yeah, it's actually very impressive. You know, this is the kind of style of play you can't do as a new roster. It's the kind of style of play that only happens and smooths out over reps, which they certainly have had.
I think playing to their strengths as well, as long as they're taking duels, right?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
they're not just settling in and... Oh, wow! Okay.
Deagle versus Orp. Yakinda has given him a little something to talk about. Let's see if there's anything more where that came from. Yes, in combination, a Glock kill, another Deagle headshot. Certainly a whole lot more damage than we were expecting. Does feel hard to see a world where they close it though. K-Serato with what? A scrap of health.
Just walking into this. Timo noted over towards B, Krabeni over towards jungle.
Yakinda wasn't ready for both.
Okay, grouping up again, and that is the 2. So this one was a little bit more labored than they would have liked their foot, but still it's the round. Just one more to guarantee overtime on their map choice. Overpass up next. That was a map where they played online and Foot absolutely owned them. I understand the discussion being about Furia warming into the season, but the question being with this, the third best of 3 in 3 tournaments, is Furia just slow start the point to be made, or is Foot actually a problem for world number 2? Looks like they're setting up right now to potentially clamp down towards middle. Jugs is not playing in the A site at all. He's, oh, say that, he just floated back. He was setting up for a little bit more of a connector fight with Rabeni. John's back over to join him. They'll leave Cemetery over towards Ticket. So retake A setup.
We don't see this position all too often these days. Demon's been set up to succeed. So really coming through Con. Smoke break. Oh, quick to the adjustment as well. Block smoke for Yuri on the Rams side will have a decision to make. Smoke might fade. Yakinda's ready for Jugs. Never mind. Jugs beats him to it. Beautifully put together from the CT side. A response on the spray gets him low, finishes him off, but he's got too much to do. And not enough health. 12 secured. That's OT at a minimum. As the guns will come back out.
Yeah, and
I said guns.
I mentioned in the first half, right, that there was only 2 opening kills, and they still managed to get 5 rounds with the pistol. Well, they got both pistols, and the opening kills, they have 7 in the second half.
Right.
Right, we've had, 9 rounds played. They got 7 kills within those 9 rounds. So they've completely turned that on its head, and that goes back to the conversation we're having about this team constantly in motion. That one right there was a bit more standard, right? They catch them on the break, but a patch where they're aggressive, they're looking for fights, they're throwing themselves into duels. Just one more round. And yeah, you were talking about the money. It is going to be a bruised and battered buy around the edges for Furia right now. That's why the timeout called. Final one used by Sid. They scrap 3 rounds together to force this into OT, or will their 6 in a row on Mirage be broken? Looking to make it 12 straight. Just having a good time with it. Lonks, you can understand that roar. This would put him just 1 best of 3. That's if they can take the series, not just the map, away from playing in front of a home crowd here in Romania.
Looks like AXAC might be the name of the game here for Furia, round 22. A must win. Prioritizing the util model and Fallen to set up the battering ram that is Yakinda. And they're out. Play for the retake, little smoke break. Not ideal, don't get anything on the info. The bomb makes it across.
Another big nade on site right there.
Yeah,
Second wave coming in, they're going to have to make a move for confights.
They want to fight somewhere, get some territory. Fallen makes the push through, blinded in the smoke. Where did he end up? He's in the stairs and reveals his position. Block smoke jungle. Yuri gets caught, exposed by the spray. Looking good. Demon, 2 on the retake. Looking for more as well. Fallen spams back. Cemetery still in it.
3.
It's the shot. It's all on Fallen. Foot to take their map. A missed shot from Cemetery. Gives him another chance. Oh, he quick switches out. Didn't have the bullets, and Foot will take it.
Damn, okay, right there. Demon on display in that first half. The kid was just lighting him up with multis, but a team effort to close it down on the CT side. Foot are to be feared.
Indeed, be afraid of Foot. Feet, I don't know, plural. Crazy performance from them, in particular Demon. And I have to say, guys, a little bit of deja vu for me in what I saw out of Furia against Bait yesterday. It's just obviously with Foot, I feel they have the talent, the aggression, and the will to go out and punish the mistakes Furia made.
I see what you're saying. I think the biggest difference is that you're describing as well, Foot is just a much better team than Bait is right now. I think there was a clinical performance, a good performance. Obviously helped by the fact they win both pistols, they convert both pistols. I think that's part of the story as well. Had Furia won one of those, you know, and converted, and that's always a what-if game, then it probably would have been slightly closer, or maybe even heading towards overtime. But overall, I think the aggression that you also described, Yanko, coming into the game, the fact that it's a young squad that is playing with, you almost feel the energy on the server, right? They're never standing still. They never just wait for a round to unfold itself. They want to create the scenarios. They want to create the rounds, and they did that against what we describe as the second best team in the world, and they made them look like they weren't up to par for it.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the 2 pistols thing in combination with Demon were the difference maker in this game. I mean, because it didn't look too pretty for Foot outside of the pistol round and conversion in that first half either, but he was just able to deliver them a couple of rounds with sheer firepower, right? They didn't even get opening kills in those rounds. He had back-to-back 3K rounds, which really gave them enough room to work with in the second half, where they could, with some of that proactive CT side, close out the map.
Yeah, and obviously, look, everyone's going to be super critical for what we're about to do, but we can't ignore it. I mean, Demon's had a monster performance. He's at the top of the scoreboard. But I also want to say, this is a kid, you know, we just had the transfer window, you know, pretty passive roster mania. I was amazed he didn't go somewhere. And then hearing the interview with Lorne X earlier and saying we all got in a room, we all said we want to play together. You know,
honestly, that sounds to me that just a big enough name didn't come knocking.
Yeah,
because I don't really. Why would if you're Demon and let's say Navi comes and wants you to join Navi, why would you say no to stay on Foot?
Well, let's also be real. I mean, you know, out of the team, essentially, Demon was kind of deemed a bit surplus to requirements by Navi. It would be a little bit humiliating, I guess, to kind of have to, you know, go out and get him again. But ultimately, I just don't know. I think with riflers being at a premium right now, people wanting to find talent wherever they can and min-max, I am amazed he didn't go somewhere.
There's a lot of riflers out there. There's not a lot of good riflers, and I think that's the biggest difference maker right now for Demon. And obviously, what we saw here, that's him playing at his best. We saw it at moments in Krakow as well. We saw it last time they played Furia in Krakow as well. It was Demon once again having a fantastic series. So it's something to look out for. Obviously, if he continues to play at this level, then someone big will come knobbing.
What I want to know is if FaZe is raving about Jacob's aim so much, what are we supposed to say about this guy then?
Yeah.
I mean, his aim is absolutely incredible. His mechanics, he's really giving off Bit vibes. When Bit first joined Navi as a 6th player, and, you know, he was just headshotting people. He has 70% headshot rate. He was like, you go to his bomb site, you know, he's going to get at least 1, maybe 2. Doesn't matter if you know where he is or not. You know, he's still just faster and better than you mechanically. So definitely the difference maker on this map.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about the tail of the tape and how we got the first map in the books. Let's take a look at round 19, Jacob. Break this one down for me.
Yeah, I think we owe it to the viewers to explain what we mean by, you know, proactive and aggressive Counter-Strike that came out from FUT, because we see it right here in round 19. Again, every round they had a play. This time around, it's towards ramp. You place 2 players. You have this bait and switch setup where the first player is taking a duel, Jukes, and then you have Symmetry coming in with a double kill. And it's once again, it's disturbing if you're Furia. You're hoping that you can walk up ramp right here. You're hoping you can put the AWP into play. You're hoping you find a bit of a loophole, and more often than not, you have a single player defending the A-bomb side. And had they done it in a different round, there's also a couple of times where they just placed the guy towards Ticket, not playing towards Ram, but it felt like FUT had a pretty good idea of when to make these progressive moves and where to make them. And this was just an example of what worked out on that CT side, outside of winning pistols and outside of conversions.
And the bait worked really well because Jugs is the A anchor, right? So when they kill him, he was just trying to shoulder peek or something, or maybe we caught him moving, and then Symmetry in that corner, you know, not doing their due diligence to really check that as well, Furia. But on their T side, their default just didn't really work, you know, like they couldn't get things done out of that. You can see when in this round they don't establish mid control, they're bringing it back to A without putting much pressure on mid, which, you know, is really what prompted this A ramp aggressive call from FUT, and it worked wonders.
Yeah, and you know, look, with Furia, it definitely feels like it was an execution problem. They still had their players kind of turn up and contribute. We had obviously Molodoy, but let's talk a little bit about K Serato. You know, we were saying yesterday, is it possible we get another peak K Serato coming back, you know, at this stage in his career? And he's flirting with that idea here in Cluj, I think.
He's just Mr. Consistent, you know, even in a game where it's clearly not working out for Furia, where they're not in full control. He's the one, you know, who's stable throughout the entirety of the game. I think there were certain rounds, certain moments, as you see in this highlight package as well, where he's the one, dare I say, keeping Furia alive or keeping them competitive. And, you know, that's the beautiful thing about K Serato. I think you alluded to it yesterday as well, Janko. Even in the time where Furia weren't competitive, when they were struggling, when they were a top 10, top 15 team, he even played well and was still performing consistently at a high level. I do feel that, as you also said, you know, that now that he doesn't have to focus on doing everything within the team, because there's actually players around him who's helping him, he's found even more of that consistency that we praise him for.
I mean, the lack of silverware for K Serato is one of the biggest stains on Art's career, right? And the Furia management. I mean, he's been this good
give it another chance, of course,
for a long time, right? And he probably should have more trophies at this point in his career. But I think that's why also he cherishes this team this much, right? Like he's also very aware that this is the best team he's ever been a part of. And we'll see for Furia. Obviously, they're a map down, but I think that's why Overpass is going to be really important. Yeah, this series
definitely isn't over. We got time to talk about Overpass, obviously. As I've said, you know, as someone that has been in the scene now, you know, for a long, long time, I used to love watching Fallen teams on this map. I remember the good old days of Fallen versus Glaive on Overpass. It was just a masterclass how to play it. And because the map hasn't really changed all that much, I love this map. I think it's a unique value proposition. You have to play it in such a different way to every other map in the pool.
Me too. I love the fact that it's a big map, you know, where rotations, they matter. If you miss-rotate, or if you don't make the rotation, especially on the T side, it's such a big map that can determine the outcome of a round. Another thing I want you to look out for right here is the CT side setup as well for FUT. You have Jukes and you have Demon, who I think are the two most interesting prospects of this team, defending that B bomb side, which we've seen from a lot of teams out there. That's the bomb side you kind of want to exploit ever since Overpass was reintroduced into the map pool. So I feel like that's a solid B defense, maybe one of the better B defense out there. And then don't take anything away from Longs and Symmetry for that matter as well, but they're also very solid on the A-bomb side.
I'm going A every gun round. Like, I'm going B on the anti-ecos just to pretend that, like, I'm going B. Gun rounds, I'm playing default, I'm going A, right? Unless...
Well, tell me why are you going A?
Because their two best players are on B.
Yeah.
You know, like, Symmetry gets caught sometimes.
There, like, Demon, you know, when they do play this map, he doesn't necessarily pop off.
But I mean,
beef, that's the thing, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Beast up,
lately it's been better, and also they beat Furia last time. They also beat Aurora yesterday on Overpass, and it being one of the least played maps for Foot, those are some good results. But as I said in the veto, I really like that Furia picked this map. It's important for them long term, and it's great to play it against Foot. Why? Because they're a very aggressive CT side team, and that's going to challenge your default. And that's where your players need to step up. Like, you need to have good protocols in place to punish that aggression. Communication needs to be sharp between, K-Serrano towards the B side of the map, and if someone else is with him, and Yikinder towards A, to understand where the pressure is coming from, where the gaps are, where there's space available to be taken. And that's what Overpass is all about. The map is too big for the Ts, too small for the CTs. So you almost have two groups working simultaneously, on two sides of the map, and you really need to be able to individually take opportunities, take advantage of opportunities when they present themselves to you.
All right, thanks a lot, gentlemen. So Furia might have fallen on hard times, but this series isn't over, and you don't want to pass on watching the next map after this break.
Oh, but gold.
She said she loves you.
But she can't love me.
But I love you.
I won't play window anymore.
What's going on?
Play your role. 1xBet. On to the next one. The human body was built to move, not trapped at a desk in one singular posture for 12 hours a day. It's time your chair evolved. This is Secret Lab Titan Evo. Ergonomically engineered for you, gamers, hybrid workers, artists, backing your every move.
Furia coming into Cluj-Napoca off of a good performance in many's eyes, but maybe not in the players' eyes when they end up with a second place in there. And that's where we can start, Yikinder. How is life right now in the Furia camp? Because there's obviously two ways to look at this.
Well, I mean, obviously there's a little bit of turbulence because if you're not the winner, you didn't do your best in a way. And to one side of the coin is it's like, oh, Zebu had a great performance, oh, Vitality is the best team in the world or whatever. To the second side of the coin is that like we felt that we could have won, and there was moments where we could have done better. And honestly, at some point it was a feeling that we lost to ourselves a little bit. Okay. And that's not taking away credit from Vitality, of course, and the players and everything. They're super good. They're here for a reason, and we respect them a lot. But we felt that we didn't showcase everything fully that we had, tournament after tournament, and we have to find the strength to kind of find the mental balance back and to just play.
Your role in the team, your voice in the team, helping out Fallen, coming back into playing well and finding your form again. Like, how has all of this come together to impact your confidence as a player and Yikinder right now?
The very end of Liquid, my confidence was getting better and better, I felt like, especially after Singapore and during Shanghai Major. Unfortunately, like we had to make a change, so it's normal. I don't feel like bad about it or whatever. And then after I finally got an extended break for myself, I felt so motivated and so refreshed that I knew it's gonna work out, most likely, right? If I show my best and whatever. But of course, it's an amazing coincidence and an amazing thing that it is Furia with these kind of players and people who supported me from the start till now, who are giving me all the space and giving me many opportunities to showcase my strong.
That environment is so important. We know that throughout, right, in all aspects of life. I just got to ask this other cheeky question. You're never going to change back from native now, right?
Oh yeah, no.
You're never changing. You're never going back.
Yeah, I switched. Wait, was it in Astana when we had this conversation? Yeah, I switched back to my old sense, back to native, back to. I've changed many things and just stayed with it.
That's good. Yeah, this is what works for you, bro. We know this by now. This is all full positive.
Yeah, maybe 4x3 is a little bit, when I'm sitting so close to the monitor and the models are so fast, maybe it's a little bit too fast.
Too much for you, right?
Yeah.
Maybe you could try something else, but I think right now you're good. Everything's working.
Yeah.
And obviously, Mirage, in terms of looking at your map pool now and back to the team, big improvements for you guys, right? Looks like a stronger map. Do you feel like you're slowly getting back to a better position than you were at the end of the year?
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. At the end of the year, it's like we had very strong map pool, and that was one of the reasons why we were winning so much. And right now, at the start of the year, of course, you get studied, you understand some things are not working, or you have more potential that you think you have more potential. So you need to switch roles, you need to adapt how you play, you need to learn more things, because CS at the end of the day, it's a never-stopping machine that you just have to constantly improve and adapt and change and whatever. And that was troubling at the start of the year, because there was a lot of material that we needed to change and a lot of material that we needed adapting. And it didn't help that our Mirage dropped so low that everybody was punish picking against us. And because of that, we had to focus a lot more on Mirage. And everybody was punish picking at the start of Krakow, and then we were picking Mirage against very strong Mirage teams. At every game almost, every playoff game we picked Mirage, for example. So, and every playoff game we won. That's where your other maps started maybe dropping a little bit. And we knew we had to go over the other maps to just remind ourselves. Just to remember, how do we play this map, what do we want to achieve, and everything like that. And I think it's been going into a great direction, and everything is going to be dependent on the officials, because scrims don't really showcase your true power on the map, because on scrims, situations are so unrealistic most of the time, especially like maps like Overpass or Inferno, where you cannot, you come to a tournament and you're going to play 5v5 endgame, T-side. Because you're going to take space, you're going to eventually, there's going to be 30 seconds left into the round and you're going to play a 5v5 endgame. Scrims, you can never replicate this setup. Teams are either going to be pushing balloons, or going to be pushing bracket on Inferno, or they're going to be fighting banana, or they're going to be like something like this, and you can never replicate that. And this is something that we're only going to see during the event.
Well, I look forward to seeing it. Let's see how it goes for you, mate. Thank you very much for all of your time.
Thank you.
Good luck going into these games.
Thank you.
PGL Cluj-Napoca. We've got a second day of play and a second batch of games. Myself and Chatty B going to be guiding you through this one and the following. We get to see Vitality Mongols later on. But first, we've got to find out if Lonks is going to get closer to meeting a home crowd. Furia going to be trying to take him down on Overpass.
Well, now Foot have won 3 consecutive maps against Furia online.
That means something.
It's a pretty good feat, pardon the pun. The confidence of the kids really playing in. Now, last time they played Overpass, it was online back at Bounty. That was a 13-5 hiding that Furia copped. They picked it here today. They lost 2-0 in pistols, they lost 12-6 in opening duels, and they lost 4-2 in 1vx situations. Yanko is saying he wants to see Furia doing slow defaults with A finishes, citing Symmetry and Krabeni as the A defenders, the two heavy hitters. Jugs and Demon being combo locking down B. So let's see, can it be a pistol? Furia yet to win one in the series. I think there's a lot to explore with what Yanko was discussing there. Just scrolling back through to look at the last match. Graveni playing Connector a lot to be disruptive. Symmetry is Overwatch, and then towards the end of the half, which was 10-2 on the CT side, 4-man A starts.
Let's see what Lonks can do.
Yeah, a lot of company.
Yeah, and he is just going to be playing for that one and done. Does get it. Okay. And heavy info, right? You see the bomb on Yuri's back. You see multiple players. And now Krabeni spots out more progressions long. Okay, they are advancing.
Playing ahead of this.
Fight, yeah. Swings on him with a flashbang. Demon set him up for one. Fury quick to the trade, puts us into an even keel, sailing in towards this site. Cemetery eats the flash. Demon on the line, ready for this fight, and not going to find the headshot on the first drive fight. Getting chipped away at, though.
And block smoke.
Yeah, makes things weird, and another bullet connected through the smoke. So
Great timing on that, because the T1 fades, and now it actually opens up the avenue for the fights for the CTs. They have to back off. There's 40 seconds left on the clock as of now. Hitting the brakes, 2 of them low. Footer in the driver's seat.
yeah, they really are. They're going to need an individual here from Furia to kind of bail them out of trouble. K-Serato's going to try and use that USP at range up on the boost, but
I know it's a 3v3. This feels impossible to win.
it does.
Unless they over-rotate, this feels impossible to win.
But look at the setup. It's so perfect. Dual Berettas, you've got Demon holding the cross, and he's good for that. You know he is. There's the first fight. Doesn't get the instant headshot. Bit more damage. Good one back. Molodoi does connect with Dual Berettas from Jokes connecting. Oh, they're hitting the shot,
Have to
though.
plant.
He needs to clutch. He's going to run him down. He needs to deny. Look at that. The collateral USP kill. How often do you see that?
All right, into the scamper there to try and just cover the plant. They line up, they go down, and we'll make that 3 from 3 in the pistol department, 4 foot.
How often do you see a collateral pistol kill clutch?
Okay, well, that is a bit more high octane than I thought, but here it is. Just
through, like,
crumpling.
Yeah, shoulder and foot.
Lonks is loving this.
He wants it, man. He wants one more win if you can get today.
Oh, tomorrow is going to be damn tough, isn't it? You got Falcons in that winning column. You're probably going to get Vitality later going up against the Mongols. Mouse, the inevitability as far as playoffs are concerned. So there'll be no easy matches if you do find yourself in that 2-0 bucket going into day 2. But Eco again from Furia.
I like that there's a plan. You know, you've got a Desert Eagle and a flashbang. You're not just rolling over and dying. But you might be. You might. You might be in trouble.
He might be
I think he's dead. Oh, Kurveni immediately puts an M4 into Fallen's hands. So already you've got something. God, you can even get a bomb plant. There'll be more! There it can now. Molodoi's nailed the headshot. Oh, and Fallen with the recovered M4. Spiraling now. A disastrous second round. 4 foot. You could say the shoe is on the other foot now. Furia, take it.
Not a single kill in that one. That one's going to sting. All right, Furia heading towards A. Krabeni goes down, and that wasn't in the way that Yanko was hoping to see, but regardless, it is the A exploitation early.
Woof.
So he's pin divided. It was a dead, this one right here.
Yeah.
Absolute zinger from Molodoi.
Maybe even a double zinger. Well,
yeah, force fight back.
That hurts.
5-man starting towards A. So establishing the crossfire with the Bathroom's control. Also onto connector. This is decent setup to spring to action if they do take control of balloons. Miss Molly, it's a good goalie.
Yeah, that's not ideal at all.
Kind of added a level of concern to the pathing now.
Perfect placement if you throw this Molly.
They run away or push out.
Off his head, goes forward. Oh, messy for Fallen! And now Cemetery comes alive as well, provides the covering headshot.
That's bomb down Party.
Yeah. Party crashed.
Now they're activating long. This is the same as what we saw on Mirage, constantly in motion.
Molodoi well aware that could incite Longs to the push. Doesn't catch it, he is rounding the corner. Ooh, and not ready. Again, brilliant timing caught by Longs.
Well, B is clear, sure, but bomb down enemy territory. You might just be holding on to these. Yuri.
We got ourselves a bare knuckle brawl.
Yeah, and it's a great little move right there. You see the Molly bounces off the head, flashes him forward. They didn't push back that divider player.
Who was that got caught? It was Fallen? Like the first, like from the
Kinder and
push?
Fallen were the first 2 to go down in that.
Damn.
So we'll see how long the Force by Wars continue. Obviously, because in the nature of Furia winning essentially that eco with the Deagle, they have a lot more cash that they can work with into the next.
You're going to want to scavenge a bit, right? These last 15 seconds. You get the FAMAS as well, AK M4. It's like the second round never happened.
Yeah, so it's still going to be tough for them, right, with the finances. Yakinda, Fallen, both with 3.5 at the moment. Doesn't matter that it's bottom of the barrel loss bonus. This can also be a drop from K-Serrato over to Molodoi. So they will be able to get back in with a tidy-looking buy. Don't you worry about that. I wonder if Fallen wants to get it. No, I was going to say a little bit tricky with it. He had 5K. He could have dropped it all. Would have meant he had nothing. Wouldn't be the first time we've seen them make those sacrifices to set up Molodoi. But just coming back in. second shot there from Cemetery. And then Lonks with the frag to confirm it.
Molodoi was so aware of the possibility, very frustrated when he comes back and Lonks has just pipped the timing.
We're into the gun rounds.
Hell yeah.
4.
Already a very entertaining overpass. What's in store for us in round 4?
Heavy A lane, so maybe looking to exploit the A defense. And Krabeni starting connector again, wanting to harass and slow that, but now he's actually pinned. Okay.
Headshot. Cemetery.
Through the smoke?
Yeah, I don't know how he found that instantly. Supported flash, but yeah, he's here. Good angle for this. Ooh, tap the head. Quick double from Fallen.
You just go A now, sure.
Demon's lucky to get away with his life.
This moment, group up, look for the A finish. You got a couple of slow around Fountain. K-Srota making sure there is no B push, and bomb loose over towards the ladder. Monster smoke comes in, and a gamble stack towards B in the interim.
It's going to be a slow finish.
Yeah. The Cemetery's still alive. Run past that bomb, but we'll eventually scavenge it. And right now, with the bomb heading towards B, this stack could pay off.
Audible reload. Nose flash, no one home. Trying to spot out the barrels player.
Need to deal with him.
Yeah, they swing the flash though. Great team play on display once
Have to
more.
take
You've got to get out of there. Yukinda's off the bomb! It gets awkward now. Yuri and Molodoi are in con. Yeah, you push it, you push it. They're in the short pipe. One hell of a weird fight here. Need the double kill. Whoa! He's got them both. Molodoi secures the round. It got so awkward. Molodoi has bailed them out.
None of these rounds have been easy.
Crazy turn of events. Wow, this is my favorite overpass so far.
And with that timing there, Yukinda going around the world to take the bomb all the way back towards A, it would have got damn close regardless.
Bro, lovely second.
Great shooting, yeah, ready for Krabeni. This is it. This is Yukinda was brought low with the Cemetery spam earlier in the round, and they just line up. So 2 collapse in 4 rounds of play. But you know they're going to force buy back in. The war is not over.
Damn.
So what do they have to work with on this CT side? 4 for Lonks, for Demon as well. Pistol upgrades for Jugs and Cemetery, and then Krabeni with the Famous. So in the last force buy, we saw them congregate around bathrooms and connector. This time, what type of move do they have in store? Get out on top of them now, Furia. You're going to be set for a decent haul of rounds already, and it looks like this one might be quicker over towards B.
They start 4B. Foot are in the right place to receive this. T-smoke, they're going to push through it. This is cheeky. An all-in maneuver. Just blocking them, starts spamming away with a 5-7. Lovely double out of Lonks. Shuts down the short prong. Big one from Fallen. A headshot onto Demon. Mantles up, tries to delay it, but a good angle from under the boards. Cemetery removes him, puts it all on the forefront of the fight. That's a great catch. Lonks and Cemetery say no. Try again. Fast B denied.
Yeah, that little cheeky play, they just stuffed them in that smoke. The immediate response to that. So the pace change, it doesn't work, and well, do we continue?
I really, really like the idea from Furia, like extinguishing your own like short molly.
Yeah, so not that expectation, just transferring into the second there. Very well done. These kids are ready to brawl in every moment, but the force by wars, they're not over.
Holy.
An AK brought in for Yukinda, the rest on the pistols. Now, one they've tried to deal with the shock and awe. If they had defaulted in that round, used the advantages they had with the weapons and the util, you're not playing heads-up CS. So a confident call goes wrong.
And those are the rounds.
To teeter.
They can knock your confidence a bit on the calling department. Obviously, perhaps not for a veteran like Fallen, but you call something that is so all-in and such a pivotal round.
Yeah, you could have essentially had 4 rounds within the first handful played, and that's par for the course right there on overpass. Now you're going to have to work hard for this. Can we continue to scrap? Although you can see with the util, the backlines right there, the smoke and the flashes. The plan changes after another monster block smoke comes in. Fallen whirring through connector. Flash, and nobody spams. They're not going to give this up as the point man, Yukinda working forward.
Lonks perfectly primed and ready. Oh, it's all too easy. The B site is closed. No access granted. Jugs double. Fallen late arrival. Short distracts, but Fallen's caught. They keep it pretty damn clean. Just the one casualty. Foot have seized control of the CT side.
Again, I want to return to the death segment there and talking about, defaulting towards A, or just defaulting and then finishing A.
Yeah.
You need the AWP on Molodoi, you need everybody with full sets of nades, and you need patience.
And a force buy war.
You're really just pushing your full buys until late into the game. So Molodoi is not going to have an AWP for some time. Take a look at his finances right now.
13.
Yeah, look, they're going to try and hook him up. So if they can get a plant, if somebody can get a couple of kills, they've already won a round with very little. They know they can do it again, and it looks like they're going back to that similar approach which found them success earlier against Krabeni and Symmetry. This time, there's 3 towards A, 2 long fighting.
Yeah, ready to fight. Gets the info safely.
Swing it.
Straight away. They're not playing scared. They just want to fight. They just want to biff. They want to brawl. Krabeni tracks the swing of Fallen, and yeah, happy to thrive in this environment.
Okay, he can't get picked apart at the seams here if you just shove that fight to them.
Damn. Very oppressive CT side. Lovely to see. Symmetry as well has been stepping up. Some really impactful contributions in the early rounds.
So still won't be an AWP in the mix-up.
Nope.
Unable to bring that out on the T side just yet.
And you're over halfway through your T side, so you're not going to get those defaults.
It's going to be waylaid, unless you can take it away from Symmetry, who has one now. So 5-2, 3-round gap. Oh, it's favoring Foot again. And when they went toe-to-toe online, a couple of weeks now, it was a 10-2 CT half. I said they dominated in terms of pistols, 2 opening kills, 12-6, and clutches, 4-2.
Go on. Pisarata ready and waiting. Full blind for the second headshot. Removes Demon. Aggression this time has been thwarted.
Have to convert this one now.
Oh, you must. Krabeni's could be a difference maker with his forward position on long.
Yeah, if they do try and trundle through bathrooms and they get too focused on Symmetry here, Krabeni could activate, but it's going to be more one and get away than a multi from the timing there.
Okay, he's starting to activate. Could be a world where he's behind him.
Really needs to get the timing against Molodoi.
Molodoi holding for it. Still wins the duel, though.
Bomb loose.
Okay, bomb down Fountain. Fallen task with retrieval.
55 seconds.
Yakinda's got him pinned. Feeling very uncomfortable. Could be nice HE.
Deathmatch right now for Krabeni.
Deathmatch for Krabeni. He's getting surrounded. Nice one from Longs. Activates on the short side. It's slipping out of Furia's grasp. Things could get complicated. They already have, and now Symmetry's caught Yakinda toilets. The support arrives in time. Important from Fallen. He can get the bomb, and they don't have the sight. A difference-making frag. Long smirking.
Yeah, gotta pick which side they want to finish right now. 30 seconds, Fallen in the 1v2.
Wow.
Walking towards A, has the AWP to deal with. Jump spotting right now.
Symmetry should be able to confirm his location shortly.
He's past the line of sight.
He's done well. Maybe over-rotates, leaves the sight.
Okay, Fallen.
Oh. Okay, back dumpster. Does he pull out the smoke, or does he just go for the plant? Molly bang can go. Symmetry walks in.
Oh!
Spots him. Oh, gets him off the bomb! He's lost the round! Symmetry kills him as well. Brutal for Fallen.
That's a 3v5.
A 3v5.
That is a 3v5.
Really had to be Furious. They had to convert that 2-man advantage. Serato gave you a gift, and you've just thrown it in the bin.
Yeah, that is, I think rubbish would probably be the word to describe that from Furia right there. Molodoi goes down, the bomb's loose, and then isolated towards long. Krabeni's fighting players 180 degrees, flicking between those fights. Such great output there for the in-game leader. And again, Furia back down to another just partial buy.
I just really enjoyed seeing Symmetry kind of bail him out as well, arrive in time to finish the job onto Yakinda. Krabeni getting away with that chaos. Now Symmetry in a forward position. He's not going to overstay. Knows there's a timing from the playground side.
This is 4 straight without a plant.
Yeah, their finances reflect that.
There will be the Molodoi AWP in the next round. That needs to be the conversation shifter.
Only took him 10 rounds. Not been ideal in this battle for early economic supremacy.
A little bit uncertain right now with the setup. They don't have too much information at all. So Symmetry could just be flashed and overrun.
Well timed.
There you go.
He's going to flush him forward. They're going through the flames. He hears that. Quick reaction. Throws out a divider smoke to try and give him some space to maneuver. He has conceded the space on the site. There's no denying that. Real chance here. Long's getting a bit chaotic as well. Behind the smoke, bomb will be planted. Furia, this is a must convert. You've gotten the space you needed. Still, though, this retake, it's well armored. It's well equipped. Three coming in from one side. Who makes that first move? Hoping the fight comes their way, and it does. Fallen loses his head. Demon destroys. Scope heard, searching on the pixel, misses his chance. Now they come on out. The double kill from Molodoi denied. It's Demon good for it, and Yakinda falls. Keiserato detached. A diffuser certainty. Foot finds 7. Sure, you talked about the plant. There's a little silver lining, but fast running out of opportunities.
In that situation, people might question why Furia decided to take the fight, right? To not just set up the crossfires. When you have the lower buy, you have to make a move. Otherwise, you're just sitting ducks on the site. So they try and take that fight towards drop down in CT. It doesn't go their way, opening incision. And at that point, it gets a little bit dicey. Only a couple of kits in play, but all good in the hood. The kids continue to hit the shots. This is what I'm talking about. Fallen knows, boys, we cannot just sit on the site, and there's no way that we can just play from far. If you don't have the weapon for the job, and if they have a smoke, we're going to lose the round guaranteed.
Right.
Just not as coordinated and didn't have utility, but that's what happens when you're in this terrible pattern with the buys. You can see here, Pistol win, forced by back, one of their own with the 5-7s. And Furia kept that fight up, but then the B rush, and now it is 5 straight. So 7-2. Yeah, again, overpass T side. If Furia can still salvage 1 to 2 more rounds, there's no reason they can't get themselves back into it on the CT side. It's mainly going to be mental for them. You lost Mirage. It's a map you had 6 in a row, turning into a bit more of a strength than a weakness. And the type of rounds that you've lost as well, that'll cause frustration within the Furia camp.
Keiserato undeterred by the flashbang in his face, keeps harding on through to apply that short pressure. Long's boosted up. Looking for that sightline onto Yuri, and yeah, okay, not going to be able to take him down. Confirms that they've lost Con.
Well, now with the first full buy, right, they had everything that they need to do that slow default for an A. Got the AWP to take either that divider line or the long line while the rifles work. You got the flashes to push the enemy AWP off of those angles. Team flashes not helping, but still sector clear. Any divider, Symmetry taking the angle, and with the long flashes, someone will have to come back and address that potential at one point, but short fight first.
Yeah, it's Keiserato to be cleared out. Will he get 2 of them again? Jokes confirms him, gets away from it. Good covering fire. Yuri and Keiserato take a bite.
Another 3v5.
Yeah, this one can't be lost. Molodoi on the uncrouch. Is shot from both. Yakinda, though, ready to punish Krebeni's activation. That's now even better. How about a 2v5? Unlosable, some would say. Especially now missing that shot. Now his position, he's kind of committed to this. Longs onto Keiserato, disconnected. It has to be a dead man. Symmetry hoping for the Deagle headshot, a little supporting flashbang. He's not going to peek off of it. 2 getting past him. Yakinda will clear it. Should be round.
That short fight not going their way again.
Yeah.
This time it's the follow-up frags coming in from Furia that do make the difference. So we'll call that 3 as the bomb gets planted, and also going to hold on to this AK-47.
I think if you're Foot, you're going to be really, you know, thinking twice about pushing the short side. Now that's twice it's not gone well for you. I mean, I say that. They did win the 3v5 previously, but...
yeah, giving away those openings, right? It is just putting a lot more pressure on them. Don't know if Long's going to hold on to this. Okay, well, Fallen looking the other way, but now they know exactly where he is. So triangulating this position, so far he could have gotten, and I'm sure Molodoi has him to rights if he steps into this.
If you're Molodoi, you can just go for it.
Yeah, just take a
random
shot,
wallbang.
why not, right?
Just go for a random wallbang.
Terrorists win.
Just a single bullet. Click of the mouse. Gets away with it.
Okay, so AK saved, and with the full buys coming through, you need to take a look at what's left. Monks will be able to buy to the last round of play. Jugs will be the same. Everybody bar Symmetry is going to be in a tough spot. So it is assuming nothing is saved. It's assuming they lose the round. Foot could just bounce back immediately. Nothing consecutive on this T side for Furia just yet. Not really having to work through the motions for the default when the fights are coming your way, but double nades, Yakinda low.
Yeah, lovely double nade. Great connection onto Yakinda. Going for the Molodoi. Here's Molodoi.
Yeah, well, they've just flubbed that connector volley. So that's going to slow things right down. Unconfirmed damage, but Longs on notice now.
It's Keiserato. Okay, he's just behind the short smoke. He didn't want to go for it early again. Late flash gets in that space.
haven't really made any progressions over to A just yet, right? That bathroom smoke just comes in now. This does feel like it will be the B finish.
Yeah, that wall bang from Molodoi could have serious ramifications to the capacity for these three-man defense. Demon's going to tuck anti, Jug's going to be jiggling for that info. No smoke remains, so it's just going to be, what, a jiggle and an incendiary to react. Okay, there's the info, holding on to his incendiary as long as he can. 30 seconds.
Rotation's
Furia.
miles away. They're committed bathrooms. Has to be these three.
Pass to the Utah, what, flash and go. Demon's tugged, Demon's found. Big from Fallen gets the entry, now breaking through. Demon, a lot more from Jug, steps on in for 3! Outrageous multi, still not a guarantee. Flash is perfect, Molodoi ahead of it, could have lost his life. Gets away with just, what, 5 points of health. Should be seeing that bomb go down. 1 versus 2 for Cemetery. Ooh, can't stop him, can't stop him. Covering fire is there from Yuri. Furia 4'7".
Okay, that triple kill. Just moving with that M4, not stopping, looking absolutely perfect.
I mean, especially, he kills Molodoi, he's won the round. It's 5 points of damage a difference.
So Furia have salvaged this.
Yeah.
Understand there's still a large gap, but 5 on the table. Just not stopping, is he?
Love that, and you don't get that with an M4A1.
Oof. The young man frustrations after a good round. Cemetery's been dropped in orb, so they have been able to make this work.
Yeah, lie on the nades.
Stop them on Mirage, let's see.
Haven't seen much of that, you know, Krebeni fighting Con that we did see and discuss previously. This time it does look like he's going to be partnered up with Longs. Haven't seen that partnership since the 5-7 Force. Yuri's been kind of getting it for free. This time he's going to have to work for it. Oh. Yeah.
Tough to go forward now if you're Yuri, even with Queserado here.
Smoke, just a little question mark for the B defense.
They're playing a retake setup on B right now from Graffiti and CT.
Kinder wants to flash, and it's the right call because there is an AWP on that line. Last reaction just puts his head straight in the crosshair of Yakinda. Great opening kill, anticipating Yuri reaction. Ooh, he's quick to it. Krebeni down, man advantage, Furia. What's Cemetery up to? He's staying forward. I'm not sure if Fallen's going to be expecting this. So he is now. Yuri's got the info. Surrounded on the exit. Should be a dead man warning shot. Quick reaction, Cemetery. Combat AWPing in the bathrooms. Good cover from Molodoi, catches him on the exit.
They gotta get this bomb, there's 30 seconds left. They try and finish through long.
Demon's reacted here. Yeah, this is actually really promising, especially if Jugs can come and lend a hand. Great flash, beautiful. Yuri profits.
Teamwork on display.
Just Jugs.
1v3.
What have you got? More needed. Second available. Queserato holds on. What a recovery.
Yeah, 5 rounds. Should be more than enough right now for Furia to make this one a 3-mapper.
Yeah, just 3 back-to-back rounds on the way out the door there. You can see that Queserato's got a little smile of confidence as he feels they've secured enough. On the harder side, it didn't look like it was going to go that way for a while. A couple of very convincing CT rounds. But just kind of losing their grip. Tail end of that defense.
Still yet to win a pistol, though, our Furia.
Yeah, that does have to change.
So, look, it is just going to make this a tight game scoreline-wise if they don't convert this one. But if they do, they can start to rack up the rounds quite quickly. So a lot in this for Foot if they want to get done in 2-0 fashion, like they did in Krakow. That was a win on Mirage and Dust 2. Anubis will be our third and decider of this one. Didn't get away with dominating those opening duels in the same way they did last time. Fires start to take shape. You can see Krebeni here with the util smoke double flash. Kevlar for everybody else. Jewel Beretta's dropped over to Queserado. Fallen with the flash to facilitate. Yuri with the smoke to block. Likely just to see a 4-1 from the CT is pretty standard. That's how they're going to open.
Kinder's got to back away. They've got the bodies here. Okay, Serato, perfect placement of those initial bullets. Burst down two. Demon, oh, very quick to adjust. Yakinda, however, that extra body does enough to pull Furia into this 3-on-1. Just Krabeni remains and spots out Heaven. Gonna get surrounded, back turned as Yakinda profits. They finally get themselves a pistol. Is that gonna be smooth sailing to Anubis now?
Just curious to see if we get a foot force buy or if they take an eco and then bring out the guns in the next with no plant. It would be a very limited one at that. It's a big decision to be made in the early stages of this. They are going in with the buy. So Tech-9s are plenty. A bunch of smokes too. Very quick and heavy forces. Springing to life. Keeping the gap right now of Long. If they get the staging area, this could be a strong execute. Right? They can smoke off the dice box, or they can do bank and CT. They have a molly in the side, and the rally of flashes could be a real difference maker. Okay, question mark smoke drop. What lies behind that? Yakinda calling Con clear. In the meantime, they've taken bathroom step made. Molodoi essentially on his own. Look at the radar right now. You can see just that isolated site.
Serato ready to receive them here. Got a good angle for it, but no commitment.
Rotation coming over now. Yuri will be joining this defense on A. They still have nades for the finish. Handful of smokes, flashes, and that molly.
Does Molodoi want to approach this? That smoke will start to fade. Head-to-head versus Lonks' Tech-9. Yakinda's flank coming in. Lonks dead man. Big find from Molodoi now. Yakinda ready to activate. Be there distracted as they start to commit. Yakinda chips away another. Krabeni removed. Comfortable. Super comfortable in that second round. All of their pennies, all for naught.
I wonder why it took them so long to get that execute ready, right? Maybe they wanted to wait for the smoke to fade along where Lonks was, but
I think they wanted
fading before
something.
the nades started to come in. A little bit late on that, but we tie things up and it will be with the eco now. Furia should be looking good to keep things running. That's 3 at the tail end of that first half. Now 2 to start off the second. It'll be a 6-round run with this one. It's Deagles they have to get by.
Farming up, isn't he? Couple of bullets shy onto Cemetery.
Yeah, making that alt money. Just continuing to fight it. This thing shreds. I'll just jugs to find right now.
The MP7, the renaissance of the MP7. Actually, no, it never had a chance.
No. It is essentially the MP5 though from Source days. So that's going back ancient history, but yes, the MP9 was just better. All right,
it's nice to see some competition.
No crazy reactions out of the Furia camp. Okay, I'm going to stick with these MP7s. Fallen, one of the great facilitators, right? There's a lot of time you see Yakinda doing the talking. Fallen's still the authority, but he's got faith in the troops, and Yakinda's a really strong piece to have, especially on the CT side with the positions that he plays. So I'm going to be starting 4A on the defense right now with just Serato to this B bomb site. 2-2-1. We got a foot to open. Quickly to get past some of these SMGs.
Molodoi could be a little bit in trouble here. He's gotten away with it. Doesn't fully concede the space here. Yakinda just beheaded. Lonks opens up the account, and Krabeni builds on top of it. Fallen, he wants to stand and bang. Hoping to be overlooked. It is a tough clear for the T side. They double line up, just like that. Fallen punishes bad spacing.
Yeah. See, it was considered, but not by both. And now Cemetery.
It's a couple of times we've seen like the Molodoi 1v2, where they're just kind of making it a little easy for the spray. Grouped up.
Sometimes, right, this is where you do need to bait in that situation, right?
Right.
Let one man take that space. Everybody wanted to be the team player, finish it off, make the move. And as mentioned, probably not expecting the 4-man ace start, fall in that unknown piece. So he's able to profit with the double. And he's actually tracking them down, piping through connector. It's just the Brazilians left to finish this off and grab the 9th.
He's got a good time. Jugs wins it out. Serato likely to be able to catch Jugs. He extends the toe out of line. Symmetry lines up, and it's a quick headshot. Lovely burst to the brain. Going for the plant, a team player. Serato not
Nade.
just a half a second before he could get the extra cash.
Okay, 4 straight now. Not a plant in any of them, just denied right there. Max loss bonus in place, and next round can be all the gutties. But running away with things. 7 consecutive at this point.
Yeah, T-side not working or feeling particularly confident in it.
I did like the idea that with the partial they had before, they take the long space. Now they're going to have to worry about an AWP, so that's going to become a whole lot more difficult. Might just see them go into something B-centric in this moment. So timeout taken, conversation had, and buy starting to take shape, but
it's been a while since they won a round. You can see that run. 3 at the tail end of that first half, and now 4 to start off CT. So, 7-round gap since Foot last felt the taste of victory on their tongue.
Interesting how this buy's worked out. Ended up bringing in an AK. It's like,
wow. Whoa. Serato knows his wall bangs. Jugs ripped out of the round. Looks like Demon's going to suffer a similar fate here. Just a little uncrouch. Moves 2 pieces of this T side before they can even get going. Flash is perfect. Oh, no. It's actually okay if you hit another weird turn of events on the Monster Pipe.
yeah, haven't had these spurts of multi-kills from Demon in this one. Mirage, that's where they were able to get a couple of their key rounds after the pistol and the conversions, but about to be 10 for Furia.
Flashed, hunted.
He's not going to get much done with his AK, is he? Down by Serato on the way out. And last round was the only round in these 5 on the second half where they've been able to find an opening kill. So, look, we've only played 5 in the second half, but we're not establishing the defaults. We're not going through the motions. And that's just the way she goes, especially with the bomb not going down. Unable to stay threatening. You know, Furia had the force by wars in that patch of 5. And then it was the way that they closed the half to get themselves more than a recovery.
That's the extinguished smoke, so maybe something fast short. Yeah, Longs is on the way. The same wallbang attempt from Serato.
All the information that Molitor has right now.
Oh, he's already got full info fountain.
Yeah, just they know it's not A.
And Yuri not going to be caught by the Molotov, and Demon's just going to waltz past him. He's going to be really in a prime position to catch him as they progress short side. Serato ready to receive. Fallen up close, ready for that instant reaction. Ahead of the flashback, launch good 1-to-1. Fallen's having a good one, caught jumping. Accidental or otherwise, Yuri could have caught Krabenny. Gets away with the
Yeah, you don't know how bad this is about to get, boys.
Yeah, look at Demon. You're not anticipating this. Just walk straight past.
Oh, you have to know. You have to know.
Yeah, he's in the smoke. I bumped into him. I've got him. Nice from Demon. A quiet half from him, but removes Yuri that could have completely destabilized this. The best attempt we've seen from Foot to get themselves around on this T side. Still evidence that there is going to be a competition in this second half.
I need a couple more of those to break the money. Serato has 11K, so there is a few more buys you have to break through if you want to put Furia in a tough spot. Didn't even get the opening, but able to trade through quite nicely there, and it's just the hijinks in the smoke, that difference maker. That kill really tips the tide of battle. So they will break the streak.
They're coming your way, Molidoy. He stays calm. Tucks on in. 3, 2, and they'll let him have it. Plenty of cash. Oodles of it.
I can do a simple pick if you want. But
Not going to be easy to see this 2-0 taking shape now, is it? It's a start.
Yeah,
But you've
after
got to
the
have to do it
buys
against
come
the
in,
fully bought up Furia round after round.
Case Rotor's got 7.7, 5.8 on Molotov, so there is at least one more buy available. So need to get through 2 more gun rounds.
Oh, that's a nice opener. Lonks is having a great start.
Number 2 of the second half. Did a build on that.
Sets himself up with the smoke break, removes a piece of the Furia defense. Again, Demon with his pathing through Con, out for the short fight. Protocols from mid-control.
They do finish A. This is where Molotov's AWP is. So the util needs to be on point, otherwise he's going to pick them apart.
Plays forward. Confident in his ability for the multi. Could be getting overwhelmed here. Krebeni and Cemetery should be able to at least provide a trade as he backs himself away. He's not anticipating so close and caught with his knife out. Knife to a gunfight. The site lost.
Safe. It's the better of the options right now for Furia. You need to elongate these gun rounds. Right? I know I'm saying there's a lot of cash left on a couple of members, but it can be gone damn quick because your loss bonus just starting to tick up now. It's 1900 into the next. The back off, look to save in enemy territory right now. They can get out the AWP again. They can drop a gun across to Yikinda and they should be all good. So the key right now is we might see Furia go for a bunch of saves if they continue to lose sights in this fashion, because as the loss bonus builds, they keep saving guns. They're going to be able to keep buying throughout. But now it is just a one-round game. Cemetery does get the T-side AWP, so it'll be a little bit of a difference maker.
I want to know what simple is.
Well, he wanted to do it last round, but they couldn't get him an AWP.
Right.
So has an AWP now, can go for the peak.
Yeah, it's going to be a peak if it's a simple. An early one, perhaps.
It's a Furia timeout. So both coaches on the mic.
Coolio and Sid.
You kind of want to snuff this out as quickly as you can, Furia, but it is not going to be easy, right? You've lost that opening duel to Lonks on A, and then they've found a perfect timing on Molotov. He's going to be very frustrated with that death. But are you able to pull off that again, right? Krebeni there making that move. Looks beautiful, but could go the other way. Could just walk out and be caught by the AWP.
Ready for this. Oh, Cemetery. Okay, Lonks has his gun out.
Another opener for Lonks, and on Yikinda again.
3 already from him. And that immediately puts the CT side into kind of a tailspin, right? You start pulling resources off of one site. Yuri plays forward.
Yeah, the goal for a player like Yikinda is to be able to get fountain control or stay upper bathrooms, be a nuisance around connector. It's not to go down immediately. There's absolutely no way he's expecting 4 players just to brave through that smoke and be in his face. Lonks below half. Juke's damaged as well, but they've established all of this space, right? They're clearing out bathrooms now. It's up to flush out connector and bench. Yuri could activate on a timing if there starts to be util play elsewhere to tell that they aren't grabbing real estate on the other side of the map.
Throwing a second piece of util, just runs him down.
And calls it clear, so it's A fake. They know it's B.
Okay, Fallen. Gonna try and throw out the smoke a bit too late for that. Still wins the headshot. Nails it onto Lonks. Massive entries from Demon and Jugs.
So they give this a go. These saves, it can help Furia have much better buy into the next. Maybe go fishing, have a look, see what comes your way.
Yeah, see if you can on the smoke spam, Yuri. Bit of a half-hearted attempt and will back away. As you've highlighted now, finances will become a discussion. You're going to have to save. Ooh, opportunity to go.
Yuri can drop one. Kesrada can buy himself.
That's the third consecutive. Slowly exhausting the Furia coffers.
They're doing it the hard way, right? On this T side of Overpass, it's a dream if you can win the pistol or you can win like a low buy and catch them. This is 3 straight rifle rounds they're having a breakthrough. And Lonks, he really wants that shot in the 2-0 bucket tomorrow. He is getting 2 great openers. This time, you can do it. You would assume he's either going to say, sorry, boys, or he's going to get told off. Either way, if he's going to go aggressive, he needs more teammates with him to trade, or they need to reel it in, because that's a key. Giving away opening kills over towards A within the opening exchange of the round, it can't happen again.
Right, like Overpass is one of those ones where you could just have start Molodoi on dice and just he's jump spotting, doing nothing. At least you don't start 4v5.
Yeah, so it could just be a much more of a passive stance right now, but Kinder's been given an AK to go again.
Molodoi starts long side.
Yeah, you still want to keep it transitional, right? You want to make sure they're having to work for this space, but you cannot be getting caught off guard with the opener. This is a boost to try and find the player heaven. Pretty home. Pepper in there, but he has disconnected control, so this is going to help them rotate between the sides. The next stage needs to be pushing off of party bathrooms divider, so you guarantee that little courtyard.
Will Longs find another opening kill?
He's currently 6 and 3.
Pretty damn good ratio.
So here's the gap. Right now, they have to acknowledge the fact that they can push through. Bathrooms or Banana to get in towards that A site. So does somebody leave B to pick that up?
Yeah, Longs is going to try and sell something. Be too believable.
Need to be careful with this as an AWP you could be jiggling into.
Serato swallows it.
Hard to reset the round at the moment. You didn't push back long, and you didn't really investigate bathrooms. You Kinder calling it clear. They're ahead of the lurk smoke that was front A. If you do go back up now, you're going to be running the gauntlet. These fights are not going to be 50-50. The CT should have...
I mean, unless Kinder gets caught here, gets a bit overzealous. He is getting further forward than perhaps Lonks is ready for, though.
Oh!
Looks away! Oh, disaster has struck. Molodoi sprinting over to try and pick up the pieces, but they might just lose the sight. 5 members stampede towards the site. Molodoi in the pop of the smoke still adjusts. Makes it a 4-on-4. This is a fair retake now. Apply some pressure with the break on the bank smoke. Crossfire already established. Flank held by Krabeni. They can all focus forward. Blocked at the door by the smoke grenade. Comfortable for Furia. Last of the Molotovs. Could use this flash. Nice lineup from Joe. He's going to try and delay back further. Ooh, he controls it. Massive from Lonks. His second contribution. They've got to get out of there. He wants to hunt them. He knows economic damage is on the menu. Good cover from Yuri gets them out.
No doubt about it. It's head-to-head. Longs versus Yakinda in these opening kills. And this one comes so late in the piece. Symmetry keeps hunting. He goes down short. Yuri down with the ship. That one is going to sting as Longs does out another roll. These young guns pushing Furia right now. 7-5 in the first half. You think it's enough. You get the pistol, you go on a run of your own, and right now, Foot have taken the lead. They are breaking through gun round after gun round, 4 straight.
Oh, if you're Yakinda, you do feel a bit silly, don't you? Another nasty death from Longs. Molodoi did his very best, an impressive shot, but yeah, just locked out. So it's a tough site to retake when they've got a couple of nades to rot the clock.
Well, the residual cash and those saves come in, and they can buy again. Another gun round for Foot to get through, and now it's max loss bonus in play.
They've won 4 gun rounds in a row.
It'll have to be gun rounds to get it done.
All right, gun round number 5. Is it available? A boost this time. Keserato might be spamming smokes. Are they holding for it? Nade the smoke and a nice opening. Oh, but punished. Nice reaction out of Demon. Longs versus Yakinda. A tale as old as time. He's got cover from Molodoi, though. He ain't committing.
With them split 2-2 right now, B finish. They trade efficiently, they're in the side, they play out a 2v2. On B, you can just drop it back, worried about long. Flash towards short, hoping to hear a slam or a sound cue, draw something out of Foot. Sub 60 seconds. They got smokes, flashes and a molly. Smoke off heaven, get the molly towards barrels, maybe the ramp, flashes in and go.
Just going to be Yuri and Fallen with a lot of work to do.
They smoke heaven again. It's like they're doing this in 2 phases.
Oh, good find. Didn't actually convert onto Krabeni. Reveals Fallen's position, forces him to tuck back on towards the ramp side. Oh, he's been spotted out. Now Yuri will activate. Perfect. Double kill. Make it another for Yuri. Repels the invaders competently and confidently. Krabeni's just going to retreat. Last seen monster.
Okay, well, tied up again. Legs 11 right now. No lost bonus foot, Krabeni.
That's how you want to see it played when there's just 2 of them, right? I love that idea from Fallen. Just shows face, draws attention, and then Yuri profits from the diverted crosshairs. Works out wonderfully.
So how much do they value the AWP? Jugs can drop one, Symmetry can get it for sure. There's no doubt about that. Demon a little bit light on, though, at 3.3. So it could just be a case of maybe go the AKs, or Symmetry could drop an AK, take the AWP, everybody would be good. It just depends on, he's in with the AK. So it's telling me they want to do something rifle-centric right now. They don't feel that they need this AWP on the T side to find these incisions. Again, you get 3 straight rounds because Lonks gets the opening kill. The fact it happened that many times was already maybe too many times. So you can't rely on that happening again. The ones who are in the financial troubles are Foot. They lose this, Furia get up to 12. For them, it's only going to be the 1900 coming into the next. There's 2400 for that of Furia.
So
and they've all got a bit of residual cash. This is very important for Foot to do it right here, right now, or it will be a low buy to try and push it into OT.
Everything to play for.
Absolute worst way this can go for Foot is if they just get picked apart by Molodos or while trying to go through the stages of the default. Different waypoints on Overpass, right? Oh, we have this. Okay, what's our option? What space do we want? Right now, this is very heavy towards A. A standard 3-1-1.
Classic setup from Yakinda and Molodor. I used to call this one the device or the Astralis.
Yuri cheating over now as well, playing retake on B. They've got a read on this.
It's a good setup. It's going to be really hard to break. Such a round. Lonks this time an opening death, and then Yakinda with the follow-up. They do just get shredded. Another one available. Demon not going to get chasing, but the bomb's been delivered to Furia's front door. Bit of nade damage, not the end of the world. Jugs hoping to try and catch something, but they're even flashing for it. It's a free frag. He has missed it. No problems here. There is problems. Monodoi does get caught.
Time is so against them here.
Got the bomb back. Eat your teammate's nade, and now
So
you're worried about the smoke. Where did Yakinda go?
Got to break in now, boys, or you're going to have to save, and you're boxed in around the world.
So uncomfortable. They're going to have to do something heroic here. Jugs will swing through. All too easy. Yuri's on the site. Furia take 12, and as you highlighted, they're not going to have all their pennies for this last round of regulation. Looking set for Anubis.
And that's just the nightmare fuel right there, because they think they're going to get some space. They think they've probably forced them to turtle up into the site with all those entries. So they're trying to take bathrooms control and not use a lot of nades. Not flash, not molly deep to push that line away. And they walk in and they just get picked apart one by one. The trade potential in those corridors quite low, and when they swing out, Yakinda's there to stall them. Sure, he gave away a couple of opening deaths to put him in this position, but right there, the combo of Yakinda and Molodoi on A could be enough to close it. AK, 2 Galils, 2 pistols. A tough round ahead for Foot.
Yeah, not going to be easy. Molodoi's even bringing aggression into the mix. Boom, just like that, Lonks. Another tough opening death to stomach. Yakinda, in the meantime, did get met by the Galil of Krabeni, so goes both ways. And winnable round.
I think right now, group up into the snake, right? What we see Apex calling at least a Vitality once upon a time. Make some bold assumptions. Get the pathing quick and explode. Hit the shot, you're in the site, it'll be a retake. Easier said than done with Molodoi on the site. Looking to path back through long with the lion's share of the bodies here. Asking for the utils to set this up.
Molodoi plays forward.
Yuri's rotated in.
Jumps, confirms bodies long. Nice play with the smoke break info jump play. Sportive flash even being thrown over by B. 3 on 3.
Rotation's on the way. Conceding the site for now. They'll play this together.
Facilitates the plant. Cemetery gets that code punched in. Playing ahead. Krebeni wants to fight. Hoping to be overlooked by Yuri on the way back in.
He's fully committed now.
He is. And they're flashed in. Confirms Yuri's position. Now the two pushing the smoke. He's not looking. Krebeni! Oh, quick reactions! Puts us into the 2-on-2. Cemetery a chance. Ready for Yuri. Jugs with cover. It's a 1v2 clutch. And the transfer's not there. Overtime required.
That is a hard-fought round, and Krebeni with some impact in that. He's the one to find the opener on Yakinda. Add another one to his opening deaths on the CT side. That's a tough round to piece together. That is stressful for the close. That one right down to the wire. We go again. First to 16, 15, 15. We go into double OT. It's this one. Looking the wrong way. Molodoi blindsided. Krebeni staying assertive and aggressive. Gets that kill, and this is where it starts to spiral. Aim on display.
Good round from Jugs.
Yeah, and just grouping up there, staying in those pairs. And they're still in it to win it. We're back underway.
Chip damage lands on the boost setup. So they're definitely considering it. Stays crowned. Big Krebeni receives. Putting death to Keserato. You don't say that often.
Not in a position to immediately cascade it. They didn't have presence monster. They weren't casted up for that type of a finish. So you knew that there's two players having to be committed to that boost, but now they can just play out the man advantage. Again, the biggest concern, walking and just getting picked apart by the AWP. You look at the util they have available. They can be diligent with their flashes. They can use their smokes liberally.
How does one play out the man advantage?
So they are going for this A finish. There's so much to concern yourself with. And Yakinda holding onto a smoke and the incendiary for the block. So the timing on these jumps for info. One of the difference makers is he's actually going to use that smoke to assist that B defense.
He's going to really regret that. He feels the pressure, realizing he has nothing to block the long side. Now he spots them out on the jump. It was just one spotted.
Rotation not on the
now
way
yet.
yet.
Util spotted. He really is going to need help.
He's on an island. There is no help coming.
Yeah, he's in so much trouble. Now they're starting to rotate over. Yakinda, he's in jeopardy. Rotation from Yuri. Molodoi does trot over. Good find. Nearly the second. Cemetery puts him down through the smoke, but punished. Double kill. Taps the head, does Demon. Put together first gun round. Fallen just catching one on the way out, but he has turned tail. Foot take the first. Feels a lot better when, you know, the finances have been reset. They were doing it on hard mode and regulation. Now you get all the bells, all the whistles, all the nades, and an opening kill.
Walk into this.
Thank you very much. Krebeni wins out.
Okay, so you lose another one of those, Furia, and you're going to have nothing for the third and deciding round of this one.
From Cemetery's perspective, it's fine.
Yeah, just so ready to fight, right? Oof. Coming from Demon, just peppering away and snatches it away. Furia will take their overtime timeout. Bonus for every set of OT we make it into. It's right there. You've been hemorrhaging opening kills in the last patch of maybe 8 rounds. And 3 straight from Longs. Krebeni getting 1 on that final round of regulation. Now you get another over towards B on the boost. Let's just not die early. That's what your passive-aggressive teammate says in the pugs.
That's a classic.
It's the CT side of overpass. Let's not give away the opening kill. You need to continue with the ideas to harass and make things a little bit more prickly for the Ts, but still committing to those fights, maybe not the way to go.
Well, this is a change-up. Heavy B-lean going straight through the monster pipe. Okay, Fallen, you got a lot of work to do. Forced away, nice block smoke. Keserato sets up his captain. There's 3 bodies here. Launx already on the site. Forced forward. Keserato flushed into the fight. Launx will get that opening. Another one from him, and they build around it. The site collapses. Furia with nothing. Foot. The audacity to put the foot on the gas pedal. Charge into that site. And now we talked about the finances, Chad. I mean, you are going to want to take this AWP away if you can.
They're running at him. They're going to boost up Heaven. You've already got presence over towards A as well. Molodoi, you're going to have to fight for your right to hold on to this AWP.
This is dream scenario territory now. Does Lonx wrap back around? I don't know whether that's something he's going to consider. He's not hiding in plain sight. you know, though, Molodoi loses it all. Uncomfortable territory for Furia. And what a run. 2 consecutive T-side rounds.
You just see the cluster of CTs. They had the protocols, right? There was the extinguish on the barrel mollies. So that supported them, but nobody hung around barrel. Immediately dropping back, and then it was like triple mollies landing in the pit. They're trying to play through it. They're disconnected. And at that moment, the comms are just so chaotic of everything. Look at this. You're blind, just naded, and then you just see all these mollies land, bang, bang, bang. More util. They've dropped 3 Molotovs. They've completely isolated anything, and Fallen just dies to the flames. And now the money in the mud.
That was off the back of a timeout. Maybe Coolio chipping in and saying, boys, you haven't hit him with that all game.
Yeah, well, we do see right off of timeouts and regulations when you go, okay, they come out with a new plan to try and address this. Let's just hit them with aggression. And the fact that they've done that with full rifles, right? They just get mowed down in monster, round done, call feels silly, but that is when it works and perfectly.
We saw Furia try something similar and it was a catastrophe.
Look at the buy from Furia.
Yeah.
It's 4 SMGs and a scout. This could be a flawless T-side from Foot.
There's definitely a universe where this is the one Furia managed to pull across the line. Freed up with the lesser weaponry to take a little more risk. Fallen, for example, is trying to get flashed in for this fight, but Jugs just turns away. Okay, at least Fallen gets something out of that. That's a good catch
now
on the Demon. They are accelerating, he hears him coming, but the flash is perfect. Still Keserato gets it. Okay, of course he does. A triple kill through the smoke, he gets 2. That's just classic Counter-Strike, isn't it? He wants to run at Keserato, he wants to get this one done. They'll be happy with 2, but they'll feel like they did all the hard work. Keserato a quad kill to give Furia just something before we swap sides.
Now we have to reflect on the CT side of Foot to remember how maybe some of their foot faults started to appear, right? A few of these short pushes, they were able to scrap back a 3v5. And then they went for it again and they got punished with it. So they come out continuing to show fight. You've got Kraveni and Symmetry as your A duo. You've got Lonks as the rotator, and then you've got your 2 stars of Jugs and Demon, their output. Look, maybe it's not crazy in this game. Lonks has been the man finding the openings. Starting 4B. Just need one to guarantee double overtime to Foot. No roll on this is 3-1-1 now for Furia, going through the motions of a default A. Very diligent. Molly off Party, smoke. There's a flash and Molly for Divider. They'll be taking this one contact, and Yakinda looking to turn his game around. Having a tough patch of things, is playing through the smoke, has the support of Fallen.
Oh, I'm just going to play the fade, holding each other's side.
Well, now, I don't think that has landed as desired. You see how it creates the option there with Divider, so the Monster Smoke redeployed. Only on the jiggles, and he's gonna, he's gonna commit.
But then he caught out. Fallen will punish. There is still a Symmetry AWP here.
Got info on 3 players.
Oh, he's feeling so much pressure now. They're advancing, they are charging. Symmetry tries to play in. Molodoi good for it. Yuri ready to find Demon as well. Good flashes, catch and set them up. Still 1, that's all they have to celebrate. A well put together round gets Furia onto 14, ties us up. They show they can win those T-side rounds too. Dejected Lonks, forced to save.
There's been a couple of series with these Foot Boys where they've been close and then an overtime game happens, or there's an overtime map in a series where it feels like they could have got it done and then they end up losing it. Now look, there's one other map of Counter-Strike to play, even if they do drop this one. And this is the trend that these young kids are going to have to get past, right? You're playing big boy Counter-Strike now, and the pressure in these moments is going to get to you. It's just how do you handle it? More reps, they become more comfortable.
Oh, I mean, Kraveni's going to be kicking himself for just the all-in.
Terrorists win.
You tuck on that corner, you commit to the crouch spray, and you're going to be frustrated. It's not what he wanted. But yeah, you're at the big boy table. You got to learn the etiquette.
Can Furia have a flawless T-side half to get this one done and pushes into Anubis?
It's a possibility.
Yeah, they're on their way there. That same outcome could happen to Foot, right, in terms of the finances. Just a little bit better with that save coming into play. Another 3-1-1. They end up winning by doing this in 3 straight rounds. Yanko's going to have a mare on the desk. This is exactly what he wanted to see them do.
Yeah, Coach Yanko was right from the start. Benny, got to win this duel. Got to win this duel. Kinder on the back foot. Away, Symmetry joins him.
Still going to get the staging area, aren't they? Kinder hearing him fall back. Calls the support of Fallen. Now Molodoi restricting their movements on the side.
Ready for that jump spot. Oof! Krabeni sent to an early grave. Opening kill provided by the Kazakh sniper. And he gets even more uncomfortable now. I think the only thing perhaps going for them is that it's got 30 seconds for the finish.
They just faked B, so still 3 players planted.
A lot of work for Symmetry to do. He is on his own. Kinder's already starting to progress. Great. Ooh, Flames put him on 20 HP. Then he eats the flashbang. Just brutal. Perfect utility, perfect timing. Kinder gets them in.
Hold on to these boys. Don't throw these rifles away.
Oh, yeah, you're right. They really need them. Fallen knows that. He is considering a hunt. Trying to catch anyone that was considering the retake. I think they've already distanced themselves well enough. They'll just park Molodoi on site. Demon, ooh, looks like he could be a dead man walking. Gets the info on Fallen searching.
They're boxed in.
Yeah, this is a tough play. Just go down a second, not able. Nice, good cover from Longs. Just fighting for their right to have guns in this last round of OT. Fallen stays on out. Good cover. Molodoi chasing it down. Demon holding on for a moment, but they've lost all of the guns. Brutal.
They're broke, guys. We need to be very
They're broke.
Just like the one
Fallen knows it's on a silver platter. Anubis awaits.
Yeah, just making them aware of, the con fights early, if they're trying to look for jewels there, or potentially playing up close and personal towards A.
Great shot.
They played out a couple of standard rounds, right? Foot have started to play turtle setups. Understand that there was that opportunity for Krabeni on your Kinder in the upper bathrooms, then they back off, they play sight. Furia, just through their default, force them back into the setup where they have them right where they want them. So M4s, 4 of which, 1 MP9, lacking in the util department. Can they take us into double OT? Furia 1-1 like this, it was even worse than this. See the restraint on Yuri not playing forward and connecting, no point. And let's not get close to an SMG or a lighter weapon, maybe a stack and give away a kill, give them away in. Let's group up, let's finish together. Conversation about that finish being had right now. Retake setup on B. Again, it's a tough setup, right? This is not great positioning if it's a full execute. You're going to have a real hard time defending the site like this. No defuse kits. Still have a bit of util to lob out, but because they are playing retake, Furia, they've noted that. Juke's starting to move in now. Demon might have to join him, and it's going to be too late. Here they come.
Yeah, already splitting in. Space for Queserato, stretching his legs. Flash did connect. Jugs will be gun on. Does well. So does Demon. Just the one. Elevated angle. Hard for Jugs to adapt. Nice from Yuri. Jumps on up. Pulls it into a 3-on-3. Ooh, heavy nade damage. Fallen burns down to a crisp. Krabeni. One hell of a supportive piece of util coming in from the monster side. Molodoi's not ready for number 2. Yeah. Oh, nearly messed it up. We go again. Holy, Krabeni with some impact as well. I thought Fallen getting away with the flame, but no.
They started transitions, the execute comes in.
Demon and Jugs.
Yeah, gonna feel like they should have had that one done right there, and then Furia. They have to do the hard work once more. And keep coming up with ideas. Now this is the hard part for a young team like Foot. When they were getting away with some of the moves on the CT side, They were going for the short pushes, and that did get them caught on a couple of occasions, but you still need to make your moves, otherwise you just turtle up and you see what happens. But not going back into 3-1-1, at least not the asymmetry version. So all the Brazilians outside of B, Kinda tending to A, and Molodoi in connector with the AWP. Much to the ready, the train goes past and can lob them out. See Foot concerned with the way they lost those rounds on A. Starting 3 players on that side's defense. This is a bit more like it, right? Able to play back for info, take a few more risks. Sentry fires off.
Is Long's going for the full play, or is he just going to tuck the bait and switch? Okay. Kenda has a head-to-head. It's from Longs. Reveals 2, though. Second bullet was fired. Benny's M4 was heard.
Oh, and Symmetry's here as well.
Yeah, okay, perfect. You got the extra man. You're ahead of the play. Fallen arriving now with the bomb. Cast for Demon. Loses his teammate. Empty hands for both of them. Yeah, Furia and Quesararo have done it, but Symmetry's still there. Can the AWP handle this? Yes, he can. The nade dunk onto Yuri. Short spots him. Bad molly. Another chance. He's alive and kicking. Molodoi in the clutch runs on into the site. He's only got 20 seconds and he hits the first instantaneously. Lord! A nearly messy spray gave him a chance to get the eye to the scope, but that's going to be the first 4 foot on the CT side.
Okay, that's a bit more like it with the CT setups. They're staying active within the rounds, and that was the key on Mirage. Doing more of that now as we're deep in this one.
Very deep.
31 rounds in.
Making Furia work for the potential 3-map affair.
Let's just go back to the 3-1-1 A side.
Such diversity in their playbook, dude. That's the first time we've seen the double long. It worked out. Symmetry, 10 points. I mean, just brilliant. The fact he's there, never mind, he does what the rifles couldn't. It's a hype round, hype round. Okay. You got your first.
Essentially the same as the last, but instead Molodoi tends to A and Yakinda plays through Con. Very active, very quick on this.
He is very quick. I'm not sure they're ready for this. Oh, yeah, covers there. Krabeni considered it. And he goes very aggressive. Ooh, dips back to long before Molodoi can pull the trigger. Just a little flash of his hip, perhaps.
Yakinda is 1-9 in opening duels.
Yeah, that's quite condemning.
Longs, on the other hand, 9-4.
One of the only 2 Romanians competing at this tournament. Would love to see the Cluj crowd.
Oh, hello.
Oh. Excuse me? Got padding. Nice for Fury. Lovely attempt for number 2. Krabeni
He's
puts
hanging
him
around.
down. He wants to just stand and bang. What have you got? Nearly has fallen. So that's going to put us back into an even keel, sailing along for what will be a late finish.
Might as well round his kill total up to 3 there.
Yeah. Deciding the setup. How forward do you want to play it?
An info play for the CTs for info. Because you have 2 on A, Long's likely to play in the bathrooms.
He's just got past that AWP line, and I'm convinced he's going to peek in. Yeah, Molodoi's ready. 7 HP, 20 for Fallen. Good opportunity for Demon to have some impact here. Swinging on the dice box, gets his opportunity! See you there, Furia! Triple! Blink and you miss it! Gets Longs, raising the decibels, and that's because they're getting ever closer to finding the magic number. Securing yourself a 2-0 in Swiss. It's right there for the taking now. Can you keep the sheet clean?
Whew, okay. Just unleashes that A4. Look at this
The
again.
audacity, he just holds it. He just holds.
Oh, absolutely wrecked on that one. Whoa.
God,
You feel that one in your bones?
Yeah, you do.
Krabeni, he set them up there, didn't he?
I got those gamer chills.
Furia, they piece together what they can. It's going to be Molodoi in with pistol, a UMP on Yuri, and it can't be another Yakinda opening death.
For one. Quick con control, the name of the game. Big aid. lands right in the mask of Yuri.
They're playing total up on A. You don't have to worry about Molodoy's AWP sniping you down at range. Cemetery rotates back. Yeah, he takes a bit more room. Right? He has this block smoke still. You want to get a little bit of info. Right? You don't just want them exploding on the site. So flash up, that is exactly that. He throws a flash of his own, but nothing to play off the back of it. Still keeps Furia on high alert as Fallen taking upper bathrooms. Long's quietly rotating back. They'll have 3 on A. Cemetery with a full belt of nades.
So will Longs be tasked with Long? It frees them up to hold this setup. Bathrooms. 4 going through Long's side. Longs, this is your responsibility.
He's got nothing to block with. He's going to have to find them as they come out.
Ahead. Confirms presence. Just Yuri spotted in the bathroom. Cemetery falling away. This looks like they've been caught off guard. Great incendiary. Yuri's desperately trying to draw attention. Keisarato joins him in that action as well. Nice kills. Keisarato and Yakinda combine. Yuri puts the 3rd piece in place. Should be set to convert at least one.
And they have to give this one a go. So Demon and Jugs, what can you do?
Absolutely nothing for Demon.
Looks like the setup was good there for Foot. I'm not sure exactly what called them off, right? They take the peek through that smoke. They get a little bit of info. They know what's playing through Long.
I think Yuri just played it so well. He had them feeling a lot of pressure from that side. Gave them room to stretch their legs on the Long.
Just felt they weren't on the same page because the setup was good. As soon as you identified players there, you either have to, with the 2, go for the fight and really stunt that, or you... As soon as you start dropping back, now you're exactly where Furia want you, boxed in. You're getting shot from bathrooms as well as Long. So a round that looked well put together does fall apart for Foot. So we go 2-1 again in half of OT, but this time it's the CT side coming out on top. Furia's turn to match it. Do one better.
Molodoy got a good spawn this time. I wonder if he's going to be doing anything aggressive with that AWP.
Yeah, have they had enough? Rather, what's going on? Let's just finish this.
He's going to be flashing for Yaki. He's going to call for this. They boosted up. Ooh, didn't quite nail that. No info though for Tease. Second attempt. Going to get spotted.
Lucky to be alive.
Yeah, he's lucky. Ooh, Krabeni's aggressive. Look at this. He knows he's got an opportunity. Someone was flashing for Yakinda. Gets himself deep on Long. Beats in. Molodoy's already got you. Beat you to the punch.
Yeah, taking a couple of chances there was Krabeni. Hoping he had the scale on time, but there was no pressure from his teammates. And Yakinda, it's better at swinging into that. Backs off.
They could just get picked apart by the AWP here. Molodoy's going to swing through maybe. Demon Turks, okay. So he's managed to gather some ground, and now the flash nearly booked him. There's another from Molodoy.
You want Demon to make a play, but it's so tough.
Yakinda saves the flame. Oh, fumbles it. Could have flushed Yakinda into the fight. That's what Cemetery was waiting for. And I will remind you that the bomb is still in T-spawn.
To get offered some jewels to Demon.
Yeah, hoping for a bit of a misstep on the Furia.
I like this from Yakinda, staying active, taking this long control. He's hearing the steps. I get it.
Okay, catches Yakinda. A way back in, perhaps. Starting to advance, he's very light on time, and Molodoy's going to get himself number 3. Just this one-man army finally brought down by Jugs. That's going to free them up for the plant. Demon can provide the covering fire. That's Keisarato, though, well-timed on the flank. No time for the plant. Got to get out of there. Molodoy, feather in his cap, hits his 30 bomb. And 3 kills secures Furia their first on the CT side.
Okay, well, a chance taken from Krabeni, one that doesn't work out. It's still a tough round, but they do make it relatively exciting there. Remember, Anuba's the 3rd map. This is only map number 2, and Furia are fighting for their right just to take this series the distance. 3rd best of 3 between these two in 2026 so far. Bounty Krakow now here at Cluj.
Yeah, I quite love this matchup. I think it's very entertaining.
Yeah, I think just seeing this team stay constantly in motion with some fresh faces, some young names, and ones that can shoot hard. Sure, it's going to be a little bit rough around the edges in certain moments. We're getting to see them become a team to fear. For them, as long as they grind enough points to qualify for the major,
Well,
job done, right? These are all steps on the way.
If you beat Furia, you get a boatload of points, right? World number 2.
I think it's like 60 on the line.
Yeah.
It may have changed.
No, I
was
did
taking
see
a
that
look.
at the start of the game. It was like 64 or something. So that was huge. It would actually put them up a place from 12 to 11.
Yeah, and that's in for Europe, right? You're looking for top 17.
Okay, okay. So
Could be
that's
16 now, don't quote me.
Oh, I will. Oh, Yakinda doesn't get that immediate lethality. If he goes on the second flash, he's ready to brawl, and trade from Cemetery necessary. Molodoi is nearby through the
It's like,
flashback.
you get past Yakinda, and now you have to get past Molodoi.
Yeah.
Whereas before, Yakinda would just die. Oh, look at this.
Ooh, that is a lot of information.
You ain't coming back to B, boys, and if you do, Fallen should have at least one.
There is 0% chance you're ready for this.
Already close short, though. Problems,
yeah,
problems.
Maybe, yeah. Look the wrong way. Demon catches
This
ya.
is for 18.
Yeah. Ooh, Yuri holding on. Not enough. Krubeni, a necessary trade. They are low. This is where Molodoi could really do something absurd. He swallowed, spots him, doesn't hit that pot shot onto Cemetery.
Yeah, shake of the head there. Can't go for this now. Wanted to give it a crack. If he had a bit more HP, maybe he goes for a look. But now just having to run away. Long's tracking him.
Nice cam. Molodoi here's the hunt. Hides out on dice and gonna catch himself. Finds an avenue towards the long side.
They're still coming.
They want, I mean, I understand why they don't want Molodoi having another sniper, but it seems like a certainty. And one more. Nice denial.
Oh. Bad news is, if you are a Foot fan, he can still have an AWP. He's got 6.3. He's going to buy straight back into it. It's good hunt. You wipe the board.
Yeah.
It feels good.
It feels great.
But you're still going to have to get this done the hard way. And, ooh, see, double AWPs in the mix? No, okay. I did see 2 AWPs at one point here equipped. This is the fight. It's not too often you see
Fair play to
Fallen flubbing one like that. That's the one that lets it back in. Demon was already close short. Case Rod has a lot to worry about. Great trade work here from Krubeni. And they can do it again.
61 points, there it is.
Match and series point. Once more for Foot.
Can they possibly? Best Furia in the 2-map affair. Ooh, they shoulder bait him. Okay, well, I mean, weathering the first fight.
Krubeni activated
Versus
again.
Furia's sniper. Krubeni getting cheeky with it. Setup worked for them once. Oh, Foot going to be
There's
caught
the
off.
difference.
That's the difference maker right there. Denies the setup. Krubeni, great awareness and incendiary in response. Kinder, the unknown entity.
Left to his own devices. Molodor's had to back off.
You have to check the long gap. Yes, gun on. Kinder activates. It's going to be quick to the flank here. The whole squad going to have their back turned. Yakinda licking his lips and forming the troops at inbound on B. Krubeni's going back. Okay, Yakinda. He saw the pathing of Longs. Is that going to be misinfo? Keeps his boot planted on the wrong side of the map. Seconds for the finish. Foot operating at the disadvantage, hamstrung by the loss of Longs. He's their top performer. Someone has to be the difference maker. Keisarato's blind will get them 2, nearly 3. 1 bullet shy of that third, and it's found by Yuri. We need another overtime.
Okay, one more time. This one continues, and Yakinda's stubbornness there in the bathrooms, catching their timing, informing the defense, and they get the job done.
Funny. Wow.
I think, you know, you're talking about 2-0ing Furia. It's about back-to-back series of 2-0ing Furia, right? This is not in isolation. It's the fact that the only one they lost was at Bounty, and that was the online one. For Foot to take down Furia, the team who were just in the grand final against Vitality.
On LAN.
In 4 consecutive maps.
Yeah.
Part of me wants this to go the distance. It's been some entertaining Counter-Strike, enjoying what I'm seeing.
Yeah, give me Anubis. That's what Furia are saying.
Is there a point where the wheels come off for Foot, right?
I mean, I expect it to have happened already, though.
In your third overtime.
You lose Demon early. Is there a way back in? Hey, Serato's been pretty damn consistent these runs. Ooh, big fight from Jugs. He's ready to hold the spray. Good cover, Fall and a double kill on the reload, covering fire denied. Yuri's gone down. Cemetery couldn't quite piece together the double that would have made all the difference. Through the smoke, Fallen's ready. He'll take himself another quad kill from their captain.
Okay, keeping the smiles on the faces. And kind of the opposite on the other side. This is going to be a real tough one. Again, this is a young team. Sure, they've got lots of reps before you can have the coach make it 5, but going up against very experienced opponents. And these matches, you're just getting used to the reps of playing the big boy lands.
Sure. I do feel like the longer this OT goes on, the more it increases Furia's chances to close it, though.
100%. They've been the ones to take it, to clinch it.
Couple of opportunities squandered.
Playing Con again, really trying to snuff this out.
Okay, how's your trade? How's your clears? Not good enough, says Yakinda.
He's going to turn that opening kill stat around if this keeps happening.
Yeah, he's done 2 fantastic contributions. Molodoy takes a little heavy 50 damage from... Oh, he is going to keep... Molodoy
Yeah,
catches
see, the wheels have come off now.
Yeah.
Right? They're losing these opening kills. They're parting through smokes, expecting to be respected, but it feels like that gear shift has happened for Furia. They've gone, all right, well, we're going to take these fights. We're still in this. And Anubis up next.
Counter-terrorist.
Sid just definitely trying to keep the morale high. I mean, it's hard not to have high morale when you've got yourself 2 clean CT rounds to start off OT3.
I think one of the keys when you talk about these top dogs, your Vitalities, your Furias, I want to throw other teams in there, your Mausers, right? I won't add Falcons because they haven't made the playoffs. Well, they've made the final of Bounty. Either way, the point I'm making is you're playing deep into tournaments all the time. So Swiss, 3 and you're through, you lose 3 and you're out. But, you know, you have any speed bumps in the way, you have an upset loss to Foot, it's a whole extra game you're going to have to play on that road. It's a whole lot more prep that the likes of Sid and Fallen are going to have to do together, right? To be able to get themselves ready for more matches. If you're able to get this done with 3 best of 3s, you get a couple of days off to reset. I think it's 2 to 3 days between that and then the playoffs. And not only that's good prac time, that's good mental time, it's good time for you to reset as a unit, not having to put yourself through, because you got tournaments, they're just going to keep coming. This will not stop.
So after 2 rounds in Con, Yakinda tries something different. I say that as he goes for a late arrival. Just as Craveni Demon once again felled at the hands of Yakinda.
It took him a while.
Oh, he's online now. Back-to-back doubles and triple overtime. Longs goes looking for the fight. Nade looks destined for some damage.
Ollie's missed the mark. This is looking flawless for Furia on the CT side. Hey, the convo about Longs toppling Yakinda, Krobini getting on top of him as well, and now it's just been Yakinda inserting himself in the server.
Ooh, Dink exchange and AK does prevail. Smoke, Serato trying as hard as he might to keep him busy, buy time for rotations. Molodoy arrives from heaven. Ready to punish anyone daring to cross. They've only got 30 seconds as Longs joins them from the short side. That's an important smoke, denies Molodoy's angle. Oh, the flank from Yakinda. Longs assumed he'd gone walkabouts. Looking for that flawless CT side. Jugs looking to find Serato. He's ready on the edge of the smoke, though. Headshot provided, no trade. Cemetery, maybe just enough bullets. Picks himself up another one. Has to plant.
Oh.
Fake's going to cost him. Hang on. 5-4. No time. No round for you. And Furia with a perfect CT haul.
All right, well,
Marek looks exhausted.
Well, he's been through a roller coaster. He's finally starting to get the job done, and it's like, boys, can we just get into Anubis, please?
We've got another map.
He opened every round of this OT number 3. So really setting the tone. I think I said he was 1-9 at one point. He's now 6-9.
Damn, there you go. That's one hell of a turnaround.
Yeah. So he has corrected that column. They just finish it now. Tried and tested. 3-1-1. Get your map control. Put him in the box of the site and finish it off.
Somebody tried some aggression. I love that. It's such an important round.
You know the Orbs in con. Just go long. Take the space every day of the week.
Yeah, and who's holding that? No one. But Benny's not going to be there in time. Actually, no, now starting to back away. Okay, acknowledges the gap. Realizes that Orb shot was heard by everyone.
But Molotov on the line. You have to block this. Look how quick they are.
Oh, they've heard it all. Oh, no! Cemetery jumps to his demise. Krabeni kicks up a fuss, kicks up a stink for one. It's insufficient.
You're going to be locked out. Bomb will go down. They have all the util. This is it. Case Rod is even going to be on a lurk.
Furia show him how it's done. How a T-side round is won in overtime. You are locked out.
More smokes, more mollies.
They've got all
no
the nades.
chance.
There is nothing for you. You're going to be running through a smoke into Yuri's crosshair any minute now. Long's going to try as hard as he might, prepares his crosshair, but he's just going to be strafing into Yuri. All too easy. Furia extend play. Anubis secured. It took us 3 overtimes to find the answer. Foot lose the war of attrition. Damn.
Indeed, Alex Foot feeling like Pink Floyd. They hit the wall and are now comfortably numb, but Furia have high hopes as we go to map 3.
I'm not old enough to understand these references, Richard, but I'm sure they were bangers.
They were bangers.
Absolutely.
Absolute bangers. As if you've never listened to Pink Floyd. You told me earlier you didn't even know what an inch was, though. I mean, like...
An inch?
I won't tell you the context of why at home, but fair enough.
I don't know. We do it in meters over here.
Okay, good to know.
Meters?
Yeah, exactly.
Centimeters over
How do you make something smaller than a meter? Whatever.
This game, though.
Yeah, no, this was a sick game. I genuinely do feel sorry for Foot here because this is one of those where you're not meant to win on Overpass for sure. It's Furia's map, essentially. It looked like you weren't in the game at this stage on your screen right now, especially when something like, this happens and then you get this break, you get back into the game, you win a string of rounds, it looks like you can close it out, and in the end, overtime after overtime after overtime, only to lose, and then you have to go to a map 3 with all your energy expended.
Yeah, there's always two ways of looking at it. Feel sorry for them or not. They had the opportunities, they had the chances in this game, especially when you consider how some of the overtime went. We saw it right here. Foot being up 14-12. On the T side, you think to yourself, okay, that was the death punch to Furia, didn't really punch in the ticket. So I don't really feel sorry for Foot. If anything, I'm impressed by how well they're playing right now. Again, they are able to push Furia all the way to the brink, push Furia to a point where they probably, I wouldn't say should have lost the map, because they also had plenty of opportunities of closing it out a little bit earlier. But if you're Foot right now, as Janko said, coming into the game, first and foremost, they weren't supposed to be here. A lot of people, 2 months ago, had no clue who they were. And now all of a sudden, we're talking about a team that for the 3rd consecutive series are pushing Furia to a point where they could have beaten them 2-0. I think, if anything, they should be proud despite losing Overpass. And they're still alive. They still have Anubis coming up.
I mean, you're going to show here probably Yuri's going to pop up as the MVP. The MVP for Foot was Yakinda. I'll tell you, he was trying. It felt like he was just the first to die so many times.
I think Furia should just be thankful that he decided to stop trying testing. I don't know what he was doing.
He gave up, and that's how Furia
a lot of the gun rounds, on Foot's T side, he's just in regulation, he's just dying first all the time. It's like, maybe against them, try to sort of play more passive, make them work for it, right? I think they're a team that struggles. The later the round goes on, the lower the chances of them winning it, I feel like.
That's the funny part right here, right? Molotov is not involved in a single opening duel because Yakinda would be involved in all of them, and losing most of them.
I mean, I don't know if you know how Overpass works, Yakinda, but if they have Fountain, that's fine. If they have control of Fountain, not a big deal, right? Once they get to this area, you may start getting concerned.
I guess you do feel comfortable when you got this kid covering for you, though. I mean, Molotov again with another monster map just to put in his repertoire. And I just love his story because to me it's hilarious that after watching all of the hype about Yusuke, right, and like how we were told he was going to be Dunk 2.0, he wasn't even Rookie of the Year in 25 because this kid came out of nowhere. And he's really getting it done for Furia, man. I mean, I feel when they start slow, Molodoi still doesn't. And very often they can still style out a map because he's just so good.
I think for me, it's the style that he's playing with. You know, it's the shotgun opening. It's the fact that he can do it all. It's the fact that he's never afraid of putting his body in an open position, banking on him hitting the shot, right? You see a lot of uppers, they are maybe a little bit smarter in terms of how they position themselves, a little bit more conservative in how they do it. But I see so many duels where Molodoi right here is in the open, where he's like, either you hit the shot or you die. And the fact of the matter is that more often than not, he is hitting the shot. And he is playing, you know, I know we said it a couple of times, but like this shotgun op style where he's always, you know, close up to the opponents. And it's so annoying because when you do that, utility becomes a non-factor, right? You can't flash him that easily if he always, you know, goes up and close, and Molotovs become, you know, inefficient against him as well. So he's always playing in front of that line sort of the utility. And I think as an opponent, that must be super annoying.
It's actually he's so fast as well. I mean, there was a kill late on Krabeni when he was like just jumping, and it's that classic thing of like, I'm sure Krabeni thought he was behind the wall, but Molodoi was so fast he killed him. You know, it was like, it's incredible to watch.
I mean, also Foot had a 7-2 lead to start this game. You know what happened in round 10? Molodoi got the op for the first time in the game, right? And they win 3 rounds in a row. So it's like, wow, aliens. But I mean, he's just so good at it, and it's just such a game changer on overpass, especially makes it much easier to default. And it was nice to see Furia sort of realize that eventually after 40 rounds of play and close it out in the end.
It's always difficult to isolate rounds and talk about things that happened in such an epic game, but do you want to try one, Jacob?
Yeah, round 26, you know, I know Yank has been looking forward to this one, but this was the moment where I thought Foot were going to win the game, and I just want to give them credit for having the balls to call something like this in a game with this, I guess, importance for them. They're so close beating Furia 2-0, they're one game away, then all of a sudden qualifying for the playoff, and they go into a straight B rush at this time in the game. You win the first T round, you're into the first overtime, and you just instantly go for it. They rush in towards the B bomb side. Look at the timer in the top of the screen. We only played 25 seconds of the round, and they completely stormed the side and removed Furia from the map, getting 4 kills in the span of no time. I thought at this moment, all right, Foot, you got it figured out. You nailed it. Calling something like this in overtime against a team like Furia, you're playing with no respect. You're not showing them really that you're afraid of them at all. And then, unfortunately for them, they couldn't really capitalize on getting 2 T rounds right here, ending up losing the last T round. And then Furia did the same thing to them in the second half of the first overtime. And here we are. So I think, again, you know, just to reiterate that, they lost the map, but they should be proud of how they performed on it.
I was shocked that, you know, Fallen and Furia didn't throw anything monster. They didn't throw a single piece of utility, I mean, except from the smoke from the CT spawn.
But it is hilarious that what you said about to play the game tactically actually happened.
Yeah, funny that, how it works. But I do want to reiterate, I'm not impressed by this round, because this is what you expect sort of Foot to be kind of good at. You know, something fast-paced. You know, I'm impressed actually those rounds that they won to come back in regulation, right? Like they were down 10-8 or 10-7 actually after being up 7-5, and then they win 3 gun rounds in a row against Furia by playing sort of slow, methodical, understanding the rotations, finding the weak side of the map. So that's something that's not easy to do, especially back to back, not necessarily their strong suit considering the players and the composition of the team. So that really put me on notice when it came to them on overpass.
All right, so we are going to get that map 3. You want to talk about it a little bit? Yeah, okay. So Anubis, sort of an unknown quantity for a lot of teams since it's come back into the pool. We have seen Foot play it.
Yeah.
So let's talk a little bit about that. What did you make of it?
I mean, I think the map, the way it's laid out, you know, we describe Foot as being a team that is proactive on the CT side, that likes to be aggressive. We saw that Mirage had a few examples of how they constantly tried to take away certain portions of the map from Furia and disturb the way they wanted to play. I don't really see them being able to do that to the same degree on a map like Anubis. It's such a fine line. If you're aggressive on the CT side, either you go all in and you win your initial duel, whether you're pushing out of A or you're pushing out of B, or if you end up losing, then you're screwed for the rest of the round. So I think Foot is more limited in how much they can express themselves on a map like Anubis. So despite having played a little bit, it's still new, you know, it's still developing. I think overall, the way the map is structured, I'd expect them to struggle a bit more against Furia.
I do want to see them get creative though. get a little bit freaky. Maybe that push that Hunter has on G2 and that sort of water crunch that they have, I think that might suit Foot as well. And it's going to be a clash of styles, right? Furia with more of that slower, punishing T side. They picked to start T side on this map as well against the proactive, mobile style of Foot. So I also am going to keep an eye on Lonks, man, because he expended so much energy with all that shouting. I mean, this is a long game, and I know they're used to playing.
Well, that's what I was talking about. It's a real thing. You know, you have adrenaline dumps, and then all of a sudden you got to get yourself up for a map you didn't really want to play.
Yeah, exactly. And he had a good overpass too. So that's what I'm going to keep an eye on. And also shouldn't forget Furia played the grand final a week ago, so didn't have too much time in between these two tournaments to practice and theory craft. This is where the support staff comes in. This is where the analysts are, you know, turning the gears and sort of finding maybe bits and pieces from other teams, presenting them to the coach, to the IGL, and where you're sort of picking some plays and going through them, because for you to do your own research, the time you have, like, you have to rest a little bit, you have to recharge as well, so not too much time to really theory craft yourself.
Might be putting you both on the spot, so apologies, but in the past, how have Fallen teams handled this map when it was in the pool, if memory serves you?
I mean, I feel great. You know, it's not necessarily never been a map where you look towards Fallen teams or Furia, for that matter, you know, be a stronghold on Anubis, or it's never been the go-to map, I feel, but they always had it in the map pool and always been able to play it. I don't think it's going to be a stronghold either. It's not going to replace Train and have that function in the map pool. I think they've steered in other directions. We see Mirage being introduced now at a high level. We see Inferno working out great for them. Overpass as well, a map Furia likes. So I feel like it's going to be that middle in the pack map, as is always.
And the problem is also Molodoi hates it. But Nikinder says, but you always play good on it. So who knows? Maybe he starts.
I mean, it is
liking it.
It can be tough for Orcus.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's structured. I kind of feel it's got similar vibes.
And then Molodoi is a type of a guy. You know, we talk about Zaiwu, hybrid player, Monesi, very good rifles. I'm not saying Molodoi isn't, but like 80% of his skills in a game, most of the time, are going to be with the AWP, right? Like they just put it in his hands every opportunity that they get. He's very proficient with it too, always has good output, so that maybe could be a bit problematic.
We've got just a little bit of time before we got a break. I mean, you're talking about the support stuff. Any chance that maybe, you know, Fallen's let this one through kind of with a, you know, maybe they've been secretly practicing it. Obviously, they have had some time while they've been here to work on some stuff.
I mean, it's not impossible, and we've seen teams at this stage of the tournament still wanting to get those reps in, right? Like wanting to see where they are, because you have to. Practice is just so difficult, right? To get positive, good feedback from, and it has to be officials, right? I'm not sure if it